up, everybody, and welcome to Donald Trump's America, man. Yeah. 1 week in, Al's nail polish is starting to chip away, like I said. I haven't seen Al dressed as masculine in so long. Yeah. He's got Timberlands. Yes. He's got on the camo pants, a Knicks shirt, not a Liberty. Usually you walk in here with a fucking Diana Taurasi jersey and a tampon dangling from your neck. But now we got masculine Al back in Donald Trump's America. Look at this shit. Mark got his chest sticking out. Akaash almost matching. He got a collar that's only got one waffle on it. How could you not love Donald Trump's America?
Almost.
Dove hasn't said anything Jewish yet.
No.
Nature is healing.
You know.
Nature is healing.
You know what? It might be good.
He
bought a Cybertruck too.
Who?
This guy.
You bought a Cybertruck?
Elon.
Oh, somebody told me. How did you not tell us this? Somebody tell me they saw you in a Cybertruck. What do you mean? What do you?
You don't make big purchases without telling the boys.
You have to bring it up.
I just got it.
You have to
Last
ask.
week,
You have to
dog.
ask.
But I had to put the wrap on it. It wasn't ready.
You made a commercial before you told us.
Yeah.
Wait, you made a commercial?
Pull up the clip, Mark.
Oh no, you didn't lease it through WTF. Oh my God.
Conveniently before year end.
Oh my God.
IRS.
Oh, we had a, someone,
Great. That's great.
Someone had a good year. Someone had a good year. We gotta spend some money before the government takes it. Let me tell you something. Donald Trump is coming for your fucking Cybertruck, okay? Don't think for a second WTF and all the slander of Donald Trump that happened on those podcasts. He's not coming to collect. No. Donald Trump and Elon Musk's America, they let you have a Cybertruck.
Probably gonna save even more after some of his employees get deported.
That's a good ass point. You be hiring illegals, so them and their families going. But that was one of the coldest shit that Tom Homan guy
Oh,
said.
son, that was great.
You know, that actually hurt a little bit.
Mexico,
That
bro.
was
That's gonna be awesome. That's gonna be fire.
Okay, so you got a Cybertruck without even telling the boys.
Yeah, I just got it. It's nice.
Did you originally pay the $100 to get the right to buy one? You remember?
No,
that?
yeah, we never got our refund on that.
What do you mean refund?
Yeah,
you
we
can,
never
you
got
can
it.
buy a Cybertruck.
I could buy a Cybertruck.
I'm glad. So I asked Tanya if I can get your, like, whatever, what you put down a down payment for, because they weren't letting everybody buy. Only the people were able to buy the Foundation Series Cybertruck, which was $100,000, were the people who put down that $100. And then I waited a couple weeks, and they dropped it to $80,000.
No.
So all the people who bought that first Cybertruck, the only difference is that on the side of the truck, it says Foundation.
I mean, that's
But the truck is exactly the same.
yeah, but every
You're
watch
describing sneakers. How
is
the
the
fuck?
same.
How
Yeah,
the fuck?
it's
$20,000 for a fucking decal.
Bro,
get
it
it.
just
You don't
says
get it.
Supreme on it.
Exactly.
Why
You
are
don't
these
get it.
Air Force
No,
Ones
no,
an
no,
extra
no, let him have
Do you
it.
see the leather?
Let him have the leather.
What
Like,
is
come
it?
on. Yo, let him have his new truck. Let him have his
Come
new
on.
truck.
Nah,
Yeah.
Trump's America. I'm not standing for this.
Yeah.
It just says Nike on it. That's what you just said. It just says Nike on it. Why don't you buy the K-Swiss then? You got the K-Swiss Cybertruck? Is that what you got?
But it was
No, Al. Please tell me you didn't get the K-Swiss
Nah, don't do that to
Cybertruck.
Elon, man. Elon's the greatest man in the world right now. Man.
Oh, so are you
Yeah,
all in?
Benny, yo, you.
No.
He's always been on Tesla. You've always been on Tesla.
Yes, I was on Tesla early.
Black-owned business or African-owned business.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Respect my
No,
African
that's
brother.
fine.
You know?
So this is the video. Can we watch the video
I mean, you
that you
can't.
made?
Why, Dove? You're
This is your.
Why do you need a car for a podcast studio?
because
Yeah.
we do production. We do off-site productions where we have to travel with equipment.
They have to
There's a
drive
lot
from
of
the
lights.
future.
There's
You
a lot
gotta-
of
you need to
lights.
go
There's
to
a
the
lot of
future,
cameras.
bro.
That is true. It's a lot of lights.
A lot of lights, a lot of cameras. We
That
do
is
major
true.
productions over there.
You do. So you drive the gear.
WTFmediastudios.com.
So you drive the gear.
I do.
Do you guys own the gear or do you guys rent it when you do these
We
productions?
own the gear.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You could have written that off too.
That's it. The fuck?
He's on it.
Come on, man.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking that. Well, what are we supposed to buy before the end
Yeah,
of the year?
it's the end of the year.
My
like,
wife acting like
have some
diamonds are tax deductible or some shit. I called her this morning. I woke up, my alarm. She's scrolling some shit on her phone. I'm like, what the hell is this woman doing? late
I
at night trying to
figured that's
spend
why
all
you
our
just went to
goddamn money?
Paris.
Say again?
I figured that's why you just went to Paris.
I did that to avoid everything else. I did that because there wasn't enough family drama. That's why I went. Every time shit is too good in the family, I'm like, why don't we take a trip and see if we can just spontaneously combust this entire thing?
That's always fun. You ain't better. Like, these are too calm.
Yeah, things are way
How
too
do I stir the
calm.
pot a little?
Yo, one of the things that's crazy, it's actually shocking to me, is how well women get along with their
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's just
What?
like, Dude, the power.
Why can't we do it
I
that
know,
way?
I wish, dude.
What's wrong with men?
They really are the fairest sex.
They really are the
Yeah,
fairest sex.
yeah.
Like, what's wrong with men in Donald Trump's America that we can't just get along with our
I know,
in-laws?
I
But
know.
these women do it swimmingly.
Yeah, it's just like they are the change they want to see in the world.
They truly are the change. It really goes to show you that men really cause all the problems.
We do.
Because when we're hanging out with the relatives, there's beef nonstop. But like when
Nothing.
they, yeah.
Like we really just take the smallest slight and make a big deal, and then we bring it up to our spouses later and make them get involved. It's just
Listen.
like, why?
Listen.
Why do we do that?
I think the reason we do it is so we can add 2 to 3 more podcasts a week. That's what I think it is.
You think Kamala's in-laws voted for her? Be honest.
Hell no. Hell no.
You don't think they voted?
No.
Oh yeah, they're Jewish, right? They went MAGA all the way. Dude.
Oh, yeah, they were voting for Donald J. Trump. Okay, yo, so here's the thing that I need to just point out that I think is very important, okay? Mark brought this to my attention, but also social media and TikTok did. I did not know that you could get payouts to do interviews with presidential candidates.
This is crazy.
Here we go, right? Innocently spending our own money to create beautiful sets, tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
To create beautiful sets
Hiring
outside.
stinky Russians.
Hiring smelly Russian women
Oh my
to
God.
mic with this woman had.
Bruh.
Listen,
Bruh.
I never felt more bad for Ukraine.
Son,
I go, if this what y'all got, is this what y'all got to do on a
Mustard gas,
daily
bro.
basis?
Chemical warfare.
Ooh, bring in the drones.
I had to apologize to Mark. I'm like, Mark, just the former president, bro. You took a shower today,
Son,
and then when it was her, I was like, my bad.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Bruh.
And Trump married one. Crazy.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
This is, listen, that's a ballsy guy.
Yeah.
Point is, we dealt with the smell of that Russian one. Okay? We spent tens of thousands of dollars to create a beautiful set to respect the future president, right? We reach out to Kamala. We're willing to do the exact same thing. We're reaching out to Bill Clinton. We're willing to
We'll
do the
travel
exact
to you.
same.
We'll spend our own money.
We'll spend our own. We didn't even know that you could hit them up. Lo and behold, all these celebrities that did interviews with them are getting paid millions of dollars.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Thank you, Mark.
Allegedly.
Now, we're the bad guys. We're the bad guys for platforming the current president at the time.
yeah.
Right? But these celebrities,
Former and current.
Former.
these celebrities whose votes are for sale get no criticism? That's a little peculiar. Isn't that a little peculiar?
A little bit peculiar.
I mean, twerking for Kamala cost $3 million?
When we would have done it for a couple
We were
thousand.
saying, yo, if all it took was for us to wear the tight spandex and you see that moose and we shake that ass and make your toes clap, if that's all it took and we get $3 million, Al, you know how many Cybertrucks you could buy for $3 million? Al, think about what
How much did she get paid? Oprah got paid too.
apparently
$1 million?
Oprah got the million. Now she's saying she did. All I'm trying to say is if you really,
So you saying Trump ain't paying nobody?
we didn't get paid.
We're bad at business.
Y'all didn't ask. Or maybe Mark
Yo,
did.
can I
Mark's the only one who knew.
Can I give a little respect to Dove? The second that image came out with how much money they paid out all the celebs to pretend to endorse Kamala, Dove hit up our connect over at the Trump team, Alexx. Okay, Alexx Bruchewitz. I don't know how to pronounce his last fucking Polish ass name, but he's the real guy that's connecting to all the podcasts. I know Baron is getting a lot of credit for it right now. We never spoke to Baron, but I have no fucking clue.
Yeah.
But Alexx is the one that was doing all the work to connect all the podcasts. Well done with Alexx. Almost lost the election, getting Tony to go up there and do a roast. So that was, and I knew that he was the one that pitched the idea because as the results were coming in and Puerto Ricans were voting for Trump, he was like, "I told you it wasn't going to be an issue." Anyway. He goes, he immediately texts the group and he goes, "Hey, I just want to let you know, we didn't know that we could hit y'all up for money for this and for production costs, right?" And he goes, "And we looked at the numbers. You guys raised $384 billion. You only spent $351. So it looks like you got a little bit of extra.
I love that.
Time to throw it back to the boys."
I love that.
Yeah. Or just when he runs for his third term, we just get it then.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
When Trump goes
We
for
have
his third
sleepover
term.
nights at the
So
White
roll
House.
over
and
minutes.
exchange-
Yeah, exactly. We hit him up for that one.
Yeah. Have you heard this one? Where maybe it was you that brought this up when we were sitting down. But if he goes for the third term, do the Dems bring Barack for the third term?
Son, that's
Oh,
it.
yeah.
That's Floyd versus Pacquiao. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see.
Everything's wrestling, bro. We just want good matchups. We
Yeah.
just want good
That's
matchups.
right.
Right? Do you care more about term limits or matchups?
I want matchups, baby.
Yeah.
I want match. After we fix all this nonsense, I want matchups.
Election mania.
I think we should do, since everything is wrestling, maybe we should take a little time and help the Democrats understand the wrestling of their party. Because I think Republicans understand the wrestling of their party.
Oh, they sure do.
They really get the wrestling more than anything.
Yeah.
It's probably the most important thing to them is the wrestling. We'd like maybe a little bit more focus on policy. I mean, but
They get it so much they got Hulk Hogan up there. Like,
they get it. So there's a moment. I hope you guys can bring this up. This shit cracked me up. RFK is on. Shout out to RFK. He's a real one, bro. This motherfucker is like, he's like Mariah the Scientist to Donald Trump. You know what I mean? Like, he's riding for Donald Trump. So he's on Tucker Carlson's pod, and I don't know if somehow it brings up geopolitics, right? And Tucker's like, yeah, so what do you think about Donald Trump? And then RFK goes, I remember I was on a plane with him, and he was telling me about the Middle East, and he brought out a napkin, and he drew a map of the Middle East and told me the number of troops we had in each one of these locations in the Middle East. And Tucker goes, wait, are you telling me that Donald Trump drew a map of the Middle East from memory? He goes, yep, from memory. And Tucker just goes, that's his fix. But you need that kind of ride or die wrestling in order to push the agenda. So do we help the Dems?
So that's what we call it out, ride or die wrestling? Or
you need
ultimate dick sucking.
Yeah, you need someone to completely lie. Oh, here it is. Go
Like,
watch.
that's crazy.
Make sure I got this right. Trump on the plane the other day drew a map of
He
the
drew a
Mideast.
map of the Mideast.
An accurate map.
Yeah, an accurate map of the Mideast.
With troop strength.
Yes, with troop strength in each of the nations. So, I saw that.
Even Tucker, who is the mouthpiece for the editor could have kept that shit out, but he's like, nah, this is too crazy. RFK out here trying to unvaccinate us, saying shit like that.
That is
Oh my God.
crazy.
Anyway, okay, so
The wrestling for Democrats. What do they need to do?
okay, what is most important? Because I think the goal for most sane Americans is we have two options for president every single election, and they're both awesome.
Yeah.
And it's really tricky which one we have to go for.
Yeah.
And that's how you know that we're in a pretty good situation.
Right.
Right? I think
the
that's
ideal. That's the dream.
We're not so tribal that we're just like, oh, fuck Democrats or oh, fuck Republicans. We would like two people who are really speaking to the things that are bothering us, and they're going to go satisfy those things. Fair enough?
Yeah.
How do we do that? Obviously, the election showed the Democrats are a little bit off from what the majority of people want.
Yeah.
Now, their policies might actually satisfy what those people want. They might have good policies for working class people. They might have good policies for labor. They might have good policies for, they might even have good policies for the border. I don't even fucking know what their border thing is. I thought that their messaging was horrible. But their messaging has, one, been horrible. And two, the perception of them is atrocious. This is where we get into the wrestling.
Yeah.
So let's just have a very honest discussion. What is the perception of the Democratic Party right now?
Identity politics. Leftists have taken over. They don't care about any working everyday American. They only care about these kind of fringe groups. That's the perception.
Would you guys say that that's part of it?
Yeah, that's definitely part of it. I also think they're not addressing the things people care about the most, and not trying to separate that just threw me the fuck off.
Yeah, like what's that thing right there? What's that thing
How do you
that's
keep
on the
talking
screen?
with that? But
Why is she in a scarf? Look at that neck. That's warm.
I think they were great as the bad guy in Monsters Inc. I thought they were awesome.
Okay.
This is
but just
Secretary of Health.
that's the Secretary of Health.
wow.
Yeah.
the problem, they didn't separate. Well, Kamala didn't separate herself from Biden's 4 years, and I think with now a break, they'll have a fresh start over next time.
Just
next
what's
go
the
around.
perception?
Yeah, let's just go off of perception.
Not
Not what they are,
Yeah.
not what the policies are, because unfortunately in politics and in life, like for example, and I said this when we were having the meeting the other day, like there are people who know nothing about us. They see Donald Trump on our pod and they're like, oh, they're a right-wing podcast, right? I have to live with that perception. You guys have to live with that perception from people who don't really know what we're about.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
So, and that is the cost. And then we can decide to address that, or we can decide to just keep on making content and it's up to us.
Yeah.
What I think is there is a disconnect between what the Democrats think they are and how the American public perceives them.
Yeah. And perception is so strong, to use his personal. There's people who know me who are like, oh, you're a right wing, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you know me pretty well. I would think you know me better than that, but perception is so powerful. It doesn't matter how much I know about you personally, even then. So Democrats, perception. Huh?
Yo, you MAGA.
You MAGA. You MAGA.
No, I'm more extreme than MAGA. More extreme than MAGA. Yeah, I think America was its greatest hundreds of years ago. No, but the perception, so that's our point is, people like Jon Stewart had a great piece about what the liberals actually are, and everybody thinks the Democrats are identity politics, blah, blah, blah. But you hit it perfectly. The perception is not what, even if reality is this, the perception is it's leftist, it's libs of TikTok people, it's
this
whatever.
is the perception of Democrats from the average, I think, American. Pretentious weirdos.
Yes.
Weird. They're everything weird.
Yeah.
Anything weird you can imagine is them.
And if I don't love your weirdness, I'm a Nazi.
Exactly. So like, just to assess the weird thing, Republicans used to be the weirdos. The perception of Republicans was like, oh, these like country hillbillies, you having snakes bite them in church and all this weird
Jesus freaks and puritanical.
Life Tour. The final shows, okay? Here it is. The last shows where there are tickets available. We had a second show added for Reno. We will see you there this weekend, okay? That is November 15th. First show sold out. Second show, tickets available. And then Hawaii, Honolulu, Hawaii, December 21st, the Blythedale Arena. We will see you guys there. All the other shows are sold out. Obviously, we'll see you for the special taping, Thanksgiving weekend in New York City. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you. This has been literally everything I've dreamed of in my entire life of doing stand-up comedy. This tour has provided. So thank you so much, everybody who came out to a show, came out to 2 shows, 3 shows, multiple fucking shows. Thank you guys so much. I hope it was the best show that you've ever seen. We tried very hard to make that shit happen. TheAndrewSchultz.com. Avoid the scalpers. I will see you there. That Hawaii show, man, that's going to be special. We're going to make that one extra special. Go grab those tickets before they're gone. Peace.
Also, guys, dates. November 4th, Long Island sold out. December 4th, Long Island sold out. I told you it would. November 22nd and 23rd, comedy at the Carlson, Rochester, New York. Still got tickets available for that. December 6th and 7th, still got tickets in Albany. And if you're in England and you're near Oxford, I'm going to be giving a speech. I don't know if you're allowed to come or not, but I have no idea what I'm going to say. So hopefully I don't bomb. See y'all soon.
I'm just curious because like Walsh hit them with that weird shit early, and that shit, like, no, that it made a little wave.
So this is the thing. I think there was like a little wave here, but then the second you saw Vance talk for a long period of time, you're like, oh shit, he's not really weird, right? So they try to push a narrative because the media is very powerful. Like we said, left-wing media is so powerful, it convinced us this election was close. Yeah. Up to the day of, we were like, fuck, I don't know who's gonna win. So left-wing media is very powerful. They try to push the weird thing, but when you see him talk for 2 hours, you're like, oh, he's not weird. What's weird is Tim Walsh saying he was in Tiananmen Square.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and then going, I'm a goofy guy. It's like, oh, you should be second in charge of America when you call yourself a goofy guy?
Yeah.
I don't want the guy who says that he's goofy second in charge, right? You go, I'm a serious guy who's about serious shit. Stand on that lie. Be like, I was there. Like if I'm Tim Walsh, stand on that line. Son, say I was in Tiananmen Square. Say I wasn't.
Yo, Trump America is crazy.
Son, you gotta say, say I wasn't.
Stand on
say
the
I
line.
wasn't. Find one bitch could say I wasn't. Do you know what I mean? That's what you gotta do. Say Donald Trump
right there.
I'd claim that picture. Like, that's me.
Me in the second tank. If the first go get her, I got her. Say I wasn't. You gotta stand on the line. Tim Walsh tried to Forrest Gump his way into the vice presidency.
What is happening?
He said he won gold medal in the ping pong Olympics. So the idea that they're these like, it's just the party of like weird shit right? Anything weird is them. If you're a little weird or off, you're them. Now, here's the problem. When you're weird, it's okay to be weird, and we actually accept you being weird if you acknowledge you're being weird, right? If I'm walking around with a dick on my head, right? And you come up and you're like, yo, why you got a dick on your head? And I go, what, you don't believe in expression? What are you, a fucking Nazi or something like that? The fuck is wrong with you? You guys are like, all right, I don't want anything to do with this fucking weirdo, right? If I go, I lost a fucking fantasy football thing and this is the punishment, then you guys start going, oh, okay, this is a fucking guy. He's in a fantasy football league. He's a normal dude. The problem with the Democrat perception right now is they will be weird as fuck, and if you question it, you're a Nazi. Why are you allowed to win a gold medal for beating the shit out of women as a man in the Olympics? What are you, fucking an animal that thinks that a woman can't have a dick and balls? Like they'll say that out of their mouths on CNN. They're like, why can't women have a dick and balls and beat the shit out of other women who don't have a dick and balls?
Does she still have her gold medal? Does she keep it?
They got to take that shit back. That is crazy. It's he. Now we know.
Well, yeah. Well, what is it? What does he identify as?
Oh, that's right. Whatever. Yeah. Again. So perfect example, right? So it's just the party of, it's like the drag queen comes in to like read books to the kids. And the dad who works like in construction goes, man, what happened today? Yeah, a guy dressed in makeup came in and read books to us. And he goes, what's up with the drag queen reading the books to the kids? And then the school goes, oh, I'm sorry, are you trying to raise a bigot that's not accepting of the drag queen? Like, what the fuck is a drag queen reading to the kids for? You have to go, oh no, it's actually not a drag queen. We had different versions of clowns coming in, and one clown dressed as a lunch. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's more of a clown thing, and we thought that clowns are kind of funny. And then the dad goes, oh, I like clowns. Okay, that's fine. You can't immediately slap the person in the face for asking a question why you're being weird. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what a lot of people are voting against, which is we got to stop pretending we're not being weird over here.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to take Democrats acknowledging at least acknowledging, hey, we're the party of like acceptance, but sometimes we're accepting things that are a little out there for people. So let's do a little explaining.
Also, Donald Trump put that on the part. Dude, I sent this ad to the group when I first saw it. Is the Donald Trump is for you, Kamala is for they, them.
Bars.
What a fucking ad. And it's got Charlemagne, who's openly a Kamala supporter, being like, saying Kamala wants to support surgery for prisoners, blah, blah, blah. I'm
Also,
not into that. Then Kamala's saying, yeah, I want to do that.
Saying your pronouns before I ask you is like weird.
Has that ever happened?
It's just weird. You're just being weird. Stop
I agree.
it.
I agree. That would be
you
weird.
admit you didn't like that haircut that you had?
Would I say
That
again.
was a version of the dick on the head.
But to anybody that said, yo, your haircut's stupid, I go, yeah, I know it's stupid.
No. You said you liked it at first.
Alex.
You said you liked
But
it.
me liking it doesn't mean that I don't acknowledge how absurd it is.
So I see what you're saying.
Oh, okay.
Imagine
I've never
if he
heard you
goes-
acknowledging it.
Imagine if he
Bro,
goes,
I'd be on
what, you don't like
stage.
this haircut? What the fuck is wrong with you, you dickhead? What, you don't like this hair? What's your problem?
Stop that. No.
No, he would say it's a shit, and he would pretend he was going to start a trend, and then anytime someone does it, he still takes credit for it.
Yeah,
even though he
I know.
gave up on it.
So
But
there's-
that's different than you're fucked.
I
Or
understand,
not like
I
my
understand
haircut.
the point you're making, but like for me, when I was on stage, I would make jokes about
He
I
had
look like
a joke
I said I look like
built in.
Kim
You did.
Jong January 6th, right? Like I was just I would just make absurd
Oh,
jokes
I
about
know.
myself
That's
and how like
hilarious.
stupid I looked with it.
Yeah.
So like I was aware of how ridiculous it was.
Okay.
And there's a part of me that like likes trolling people.
Yeah.
But then when I saw other people starting to do it, I was like, oh, you better keep that same energy when Ronaldo does it. If you make fun of me with it, and then when Ronaldo does it, now it's cool, or Kid Super did it, now it's cool, then I'm going to be like, yo, keep the same energy. But
So to your point, that is, you acknowledge that it's
I did the
it's
weird, dumb
Okay.
thing.
Okay.
Maybe I like weird, dumb shit. And maybe people like being weird or dumb. That's totally fine.
Yeah.
But I can at least acknowledge anybody that was like...
If Dick on the Head guy from his earlier hypothetical just goes, I'm weird.
Yeah, you know what's
You'd
so
be
funny?
like, all right, there you go.
I
Thank
did,
you.
You know, it's so funny. I didn't even need to do dick on the head. I could have done my haircut. That example works perfectly with the haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how normalized that haircut was to me. But that was essentially wearing a dick on my head for a year and a half. But good example, right? And how annoying would I be if I was like, oh, what, you just don't know fashion? That's the Dems, essentially.
Okay.
Okay?
I get it.
Most furries probably Democrats,
Furries.
and that's fine. You could be a furry,
Be a furry.
but you're probably a Democrat.
Oh.
Most furries are
All
Democrats.
right, what about war reenactment motherfuckers?
Oh, gotta
That's
be,
not
gotta-
furry.
That's
They're
gotta be
weird, though.
Republican. That's gotta be Republican.
Yeah, but that's weird shit that they don't acknowledge. That's weird shit.
Yeah, but if they don't pretend you're an asshole. Again, the big divide is Democrats pretend you're evil for not accepting their weird thing. If you go to a Civil War guy and you're like, that shit is weird to me. They're not going to be like, well, you don't like history?
Do you know
What,
how
do you not like the
Nah,
freedom of
they
our country?
really would
They're
actually
fucking
start
weird.
to-
Yeah, and if those people got loud, fuck them.
They'd be like, bro, I'm from the 1800s. You don't think I can identify as the 1800s? Like,
Dude, they're so embarrassed to do those things. They're so embarrassed.
I haven't met any, but
There's not enough. If they got really loud and really started to like cause ripples in like the Republican Party, we'd be like, yo, fuck Republicans.
Like right now, there's like I imagine a small faction of women that are saying they're going to protest the results of the election by not having sex with men anymore and shaving their heads.
was it
Right?
the 4B? The 4B movement?
Yeah, the
What is
4B
that?
movement. In Korea, apparently, I guess South Korea, I'm assuming, women stopped having sex with men because the men were just so toxic and such assholes and whatever.
Right.
And then the birth rate dropped, or stopped giving birth. And then the birth rate is dropping and the government's panicking. And they're like, nah, fuck you, fix the men. We're just not going to have babies.
And so now women in America are co-opting this.
Y'all love dick too much. Shut up. There ain't no way that you can follow through. Like 2 months, then maybe. But nah, you coming back. You coming back. You know what I mean?
But they got dildos. They can get a dildos.
But they can't disappoint them. if you really want a good dildo, the battery would go out after like a minute and 30 seconds.
This is so realistic. This dildo's insanely realistic. Dude.
No, so there's a perfect example. It's just like
Apologize to you after. It's not normal.
you're being weird and you're pretending you're not being weird. And we need to at least have those conversations. And I think that there's this great umbrella that a lot of these things fit under that are very frustrating for guys. And not only guys, I imagine a lot of women are frustrated by too, but it's a very just frustrating culture to live within. And most people, because they live in corporate America or work in corporate America, they're like, I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to broach it because I don't want to get fired. I don't want to cause an issue at work. I don't even want to have an uncomfortable conversation. And then they went into the booth and they did all their talking in that booth. And I think for Democrats they either need to acknowledge that or, and this is another good argument that I read, is they need to make a move towards what Bernie Sanders did in 2016.
Yes.
And
100%.
there was an article I read, and I thought that positioned this pretty well, and it could be bullshit, but I thought this was kind of interesting take, which was essentially Bernie Sanders spearheads this movement for the Democratic Party that is derivative of Democratic politics, but not controlled by the traditional leaders within the Democratic Party. And it is a working class movement trying to help working class people who are absolutely struggling. This is 2016, and it gets incredibly popular. It's raising money at an
Democratic
insane
socialism,
clip.
yeah.
It was democratic socialism, but it was really just focused on the working class, right? There was no racial component at all. The only identity politics that was wrapped around it was essentially wealth inequality.
Yeah.
And it's so popular that apparently the traditional Democrats who control the Democratic Party had to find a way to thwart the popularity. So what they did is, and I don't know if you remember articles coming up about this, but essentially they started calling the Bernie bros sexist and racist. There's a Bernie bro problem. Bernie supporters have an issue. Not too dissimilar to what they've been calling the bro podcasts. Sexist or racist. It's kind of the same playbook. It's like you see something very powerful that's helping somebody that is not you have to make them radioactive so people don't go in that direction. And all the same thing they said about Bernie supporters, they've said about the podcasts that have allegedly helped Trump get elected. And what happened is the traditional Democrat Party then had to pivot away from the working class. And as you see by this election, the working class did not really support them at all. Yeah. And they even lost union support.
Crazy.
And they had to pivot towards identity politics. And now they had to constantly appease the intersectionality folk. And the problem with them is you're not just appeasing gays or just appeasing trans. They are all very concerned with oppressed groups. So something that oppresses the Asians, all of a sudden the gays are going to be like, well, they're an oppressed group too. You need to look out for them as well. And now there's this web of oppressed groups. So now the Democratic Party's like, fuck, we can't piss off any of them. And now they're frozen.
Yeah. They can be at odds. Like you saw with the DEI stuff. Like, hey, we're gonna stop doing or like we'll get more affirmative action, get people of different ethnicities in school. And it's like, well, this is disadvantaging Asians. And it's like, oh well, fuck. Okay.
Now the Democrats are frozen.
Now we're
They're like,
starting Asian hate.
Yes.
We gotta fix it.
So you try to appease everybody because you've become the party of identity politics. And then you appease none of them. And as you saw what happened, obviously, in Israel-Palestine right now, a lot of those people were absolutely furious with the Democratic Party and decided to abstain. They maybe didn't vote for Trump, but they were definitely not voting for this administration.
Yeah.
So that move, I think, tanked. I think tanked the party.
Do you think that justifies the top ticket switch in a lot of swing states? Like people voting Democrats out of line, but then voting Trump for president, which a lot of people have pointed out as potential voter fraud. That a lot of these swing states, you have people that are Democrat, everything local, Senate, House, everything Democrat, and then Trump for president. And people are like, we've never seen that ever
AOC
in
asked,
history.
to her credit, she's been kind of like reaching across the aisle ideologically, asking like, what podcasts do y'all listen to that whatever your Trump guy? Also, why would y'all do this? And she got answers back. Some people were like, look, I'm not happy with the presidency. I'm not happy with the last 4 years ago. I'm still a Democrat. Some people just being like, I like Trump, but I do want some balance in the government. I don't want it to be completely red. So there were seemingly real answers and explanations on why people did that.
Interesting.
Another interesting thing I saw is that so Kamala made a lot of her election run about abortion, and clearly people want their abortions because they assume that if people go out to vote to keep abortion rights, they're also going to vote for Kamala. But there were so many more votes for abortion rights, but then also for Trump.
Yeah.
So it's like they bet on that and it failed.
Yeah. People just buy more groceries than abortion.
Yeah,
But also,
exactly.
she couldn't really do anything for abortion.
If they had all three, they could codify it, I guess.
No,
that's-
But they don't
The
have
thing
all
that's
three.
crazy is that so in I think 2022, there was like 7 states that had abortion rights on the ballot, and all 7 states abortion rights won.
Yeah.
And so they were like, so now they saw that they're like, okay, let's run this time because people actually came out in the midterm elections, which rarely happens. So they ran on that. But to separate those two things, you have to combine Kamala with abortion rights. But the fact that you can vote for one and not the other, that's what fucked her up.
Yeah.
Because like now it's like people like, hey, this is the issue I care about.
that is kind
and you
of-
actually made me care about this issue enough to come out, but I'm only voting on that issue. And then if you make your whole election or your campaign about this one issue, but what about all the other thing I care about and you're not addressing those things? It's like,
I think
she
that-
kind of fucked herself up.
I think the tricky thing about that is just the way that the system is set up is that Kamala couldn't come in and do an executive order or anything that would protect or give back abortion rights. And that was an issue actually for me voting for her is because I sat there and I thought about it and I was like, well, yeah, I don't agree with the decision to send it back to the states, and I want women to be able to maintain those rights. Like even there's a lot. I don't know if we've discussed this on the pod, but like it's. And I've talked to a few women about this. It's not even like they're going to use the abortions. It's once you feel you have something and then it's taken away. Yeah. It's like if somebody goes, you can never go to a hockey game again. And it's like, well, I wasn't going to go to a hockey game, but fucking, I might want to go to a fucking hockey game. You know, it's like,
and this is the most high stakes version of that.
Exactly. Like if it was even something that small, I would be like, well, why can they go to a fucking high, but I can't? What the fuck is going on? You just start to feel, it feels like an attack on your freedom. I know that sounds crazy for guys who it doesn't affect us in any way, but I get the idea. Women are like, I could do this thing, and now you're telling me I can't do this thing.
The gun thing you talked about last week. Like, you can't have a rocket launcher anymore. It's like, well, I didn't have one.
But now I fucking want one. Why do you get to decide if I can have a rocket launcher?
Yeah.
So, but then when I found out, because I asked, I was like, okay, let's say she gets elected, what would she do? And then it's like, well, she can't do anything. Maybe she could put in Supreme Court justices if she had the opportunity. And then maybe they could look at, I guess, Roe v. Wade again. And then maybe if they were able to flip the Senate and the House, they could codify it.
Yeah.
So it's like there's all these maybes, but there wasn't anything tangible that she could do. So I'm like, am I about to not care about all these other issues that I think that she's abysmal on for this one issue that she truly cannot do anything about? And it didn't seem like it made sense for me.
People were so surprised that like so many women voted for Trump because they tried to make it like, oh, vote for Trump is like a vote against women's reproductive rights. But if Trump did a great job of saying he appeased both groups. He said, hey, I'm the guy responsible for getting Roe v. Wade overturned. So that appeased all the people who are against abortion. But then he also said, I am not going to make any federal ban on abortion. So now at least it gives hope to the people who care about abortion. Is like, okay, we can leave it up to the states.
He also said on our pod that
did that massive.
Yo, he handled that really well.
He also said on our pod, if some states overreach, like Arizona, I assume Texas as well, he would tell them, like, I'm not going to support this. You guys need to roll it back a little bit. Which if you're like, a lot of the abortion bans are not that crazy. Texas is insane. A couple others, Alabama probably, Arizona probably. And if you are listening and you're like, oh, if Trump will get those to kind of like be more lenient, then maybe it's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
So yeah, he handled it masterfully, and like you said, I don't think Kamala did a good job. She never got to connect. That was a big. I don't even know if it's wrestling or not, but like we never got to know her as a person, and I think that's what you talked about last week, which is just a massive problem.
Yeah, she sucked. And now what I've seen some people on the Democrat side do is like they're trying to blame Biden for this. Like there's this
big blame Biden move.
And here's the thing.
A lot of blame.
Well, he didn't help.
Well, no. I agree with you. He didn't help. And like, there's some reports that are saying like if he had ran, there would have been an even greater landslide victory for Trump, which I do believe because I think that people viewed him as a danger to the United States of America, him in charge. Yeah. So I do understand that, and I do believe that he didn't help. But what I would say is that the biggest issue for the Democrats, and I think you could solve so much, is if they allow the democratic process to actually work, you will see the party flourish.
Yeah.
So a perfect example is this almost unknown one-term senator out of Chicago gives a speech at the DNC and fucking rocks the house. This guy is originally from Hawaii. His middle name is synonymous with one of the most terrifying figures in American history. Like everything about him on paper shouldn't work, but he was so magnetic that you could not deny him.
Yeah.
Right? The people decided. After Barack, it hasn't been the people deciding.
And Hillary was supposed to run.
Hillary was supposed to run. They want Hillary to run, but they see what's happening right this. And then the party made the smart decision, which was like, hey, the people have decided they want this. The Democratic Party has these things called superdelegates. We've spoken about this a lot. So in the primary process, there can be like an ex-governor or something like that, and his one vote is worth 10,000 votes. So in the event that somebody's losing a primary, you can, or the caucuses, is that essentially what it's called?
Yeah.
You can, that one governor's vote can offset
what the people want.
Exactly. And they use that to control the candidate. And the problem with that is if you're controlling the candidate, you're stripping the people of what they want. And by stripping the people of what they want, you actually hurt yourself.
Yes.
Because you don't get a candidate that's going to reflect the desires of the people. You put 10 people on that stage, 2 or 3 of them are going to start hitting on issues that matter to the people. They're going to start going viral. There's going to be a lot of interest, a lot of donations. And then one of them is going to win, and he might be a guy who hosted The Apprentice. That's what happens on the Republican side.
The Democratic primary is shockingly not democratic.
It's not democratic. Yeah. And it goes back to their pretentiousness. It's this, hey, we know what you guys need. We know what's right. You guys are fucking dumb. Let's us handle this and we'll figure it all out.
Or we know what we want. And you guys are so dumb, you'll believe us. While we as
can
Nancy
convince
Pelosi,
you.
I'm going to make hundreds of millions on the stock market or whatever. And you retards are just going to believe me because I'm going to throw you a little bone about your identity politics or whatever. You know what I just thought of as you were talking? The last time the Democrats had a primary that we felt was truly like democratic and lost the presidential election was probably 1988. Clinton won in 92, repeated in 96. 2000, Al Gore ran as VP. Maybe he won the primary. But it was 2000, one time in 30 years.
You usually let the VP, but maybe he did win the primary. I'm not exactly
either way, if so, that's 24 years. That's the only time. Hillary in 2016, they lost because we felt the primary was rigged. Yeah. And it seems like it was. 2024, there was no primary. None of us wanted Kamala, it seems. Yeah. And you guys can tell me she would have won a primary. That means your party is an even bigger joke. If she won the primary and y'all got your asses beaten this bad in the general, then y'all got to
let the people tell you.
Also, to your point, I would agree that Republicans don't do that as much because after January 6th, Trump was like toxic. people, like the party was trying to move away from him.
Yeah.
Like Fox News, like everybody, they were speaking out bad about him, but the people were like, nah, we still fuck with this guy. And they had to pivot and be like, all right, this is our guy again.
Yeah, because they don't have the superdelegate system. So they can't offset it. They can use media to offset it. They can use political pressure, but they can't stop the people from having a say with their vote. And what you end up getting are the people that are communicating the desires of the candidates that are communicating the desires of the people. So it's almost like Democrats, you don't need to fix that much. Just let the system work.
Yeah.
Stop rigging the system, and you will get candidates that are speaking to what the people actually desire. What the people actually desire might not be what you believe your party is.
Yeah.
But it's not up to you to decide what your party is. The people decide.
But them donors, though.
Yeah.
You gotta listen to them donors, bro.
Well, that was the other issue is that like Bernie was a move away from the billionaire class and the political donors that are controlling the Democratic Party, and they couldn't let that power go to some guy that wasn't bought. So they had to make him radioactive.
Yeah.
And I don't see that ever changing.
Well, that's another thing. It's like,
I can see it changing eventually.
what are you thinking? What are you thinking?
No,
you had a point about this yesterday.
Well, I think
it's
like
good.
ultimately the wealth gap just gets so big that there's a quasi-revolution, whether it's political or physical.
Yeah.
And then it will reset.
And what give an example of like what that looks like. I understand what you're saying. I
Like
think it makes
similar
sense.
to, I think, like the European model where like it is more socialist, like in the sense that you've universal health care and that there's going to be more sort of government funded opportunities, you know, resources and access to like education and healthcare and shit all through Europe in the way in America the way it is there. But we're gonna get taxed more.
How big do you think the wealth gap has to get before that happens? Because it's pretty large.
It's not. It's actually, if I can interject, it's not the distance between the richest people and the poorest people. It's the distance between the poorest people and death. And the more poor people are closer to death, the more we're on the brink of revolution. Right? This is the French Revolution, right?
Yeah.
And the more these people are detached from what's going on, which is the Marie Antoinette quote, they don't have bread, we'll give them cake.
Yeah.
Like you're so... well, yeah, I guess don't have bread means we don't have any food. Not like, oh, the cakes are there. Well, then just let them eat that. So, yeah, I think once you have enough people that are essentially below the poverty line, they're on the starvation line, the only option they have is rebellion. And then the people at the top start to go, okay, we can either fight our own people and murder our own people to keep them broke, or we can restructure a system where we're still pretty wealthy, but we're not at the risk of rebellion and murder and them stealing our children and destroying our livelihood. Because rich people want to live comfortably. Rich people don't want to live like a billionaire in Mexico where you're worried about your kid getting kidnapped every single day. Rich people want to live like, you know, they got their place in Nantucket and they go there and it's safe and then they fly to Los Angeles to what they still, once poor people get to a point where they're going to kidnap your kids, society is not comfortable for the rich. So they start going, all right, let's give back a little bit. Let's
Is there a
create a
less
little more
insane
safety.
way that this happens? Is there a less terrifying?
There must be, because
Well,
what happened?
yes.
What happened when the 1%, all those rallies and
the
people
Occupy
just,
shit.
Occupy Wall Street? How'd they calm that?
Yeah, but I mean, just voter pressure. You just do it politically.
And that's also where Dave Smith said a lot of identity politics stuff started, is like, let's distract them from the wealth inequality, all the money we're taking. I don't know if you remember he said this, but let's make all this other identity politics shit pop off.
Yeah.
So we tried, and then they were like, chill.
Yeah. The real problem is DEI.
Yeah.
The real problem, there's not enough diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Yeah.
So just make a new enemy.
You just create something to satisfy people's reason for why they're not given the opportunity that these other people are. When the reality is it's
Migrants taking all the resources.
anything but rich people are keeping all the money and opportunity for the rich people.
Got it.
Like, you really want to fix DEI or whatever in colleges? If you went to a university, your kids can't go there. You will see Harvard, Yale, Princeton immediately
So they
switch.
get a little darker.
Oh yeah, they'll immediately be more diverse. Because the amount of like legacy kids that end up going to these schools.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, with more graduates, there's even more, right?
If you donate to a school, your kid can't go there. You're donating out of the goodness of your heart.
Exactly. Them donations going to evaporate.
This is something that doesn't benefit the school or the rich people, but they're not going to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, no, let's just pander and have 10 black kids every year and then make them feel like charity while they're here. So that's the solution. They're not going to look. Now, again, I would like to think if they just got rid of super delegates.
And now they took that away. Now we have no black kids.
I don't believe that the DEI thing in certain industries is helpful, though. I think that there's probably a better way to address that, but I don't know if addressing at the top of the line is what's going to make the change.
I mean, but it's something. It's better than nothing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I think there are better ways to fix it, but by just doing away with it altogether, you just named ways that other groups of people have leg ups. They're a step ahead. So it's like, you need something.
Medical school, when I was, now granted, we're so old now, this is 20 years ago almost, but when I was like in pre-med or whatever, and I knew people that were applying, it was so, the requirements for Black/Latino people to get into medical school was so much lower. And I'm not even mad at the people, but a part of my brain is like, I guess I understand they're going to be able to connect with their patients better, et cetera. At the same time, if you're not giving them as good a quality of care because you don't know as much, is that a terrifying thing? And I'm not one way or the other, but that does make a lot, like logically, I'm like, that seems a little crazy.
Like, I get the logic, but it's also, I don't think all people from black and brown communities are trying to get into Ivy League schools. Like, we're not applying at the rate that other people are. So it's like, you're not always getting our best candidates.
No.
And so sometimes to try to incentivize more people from black and brown communities to go there,
here's what I'm saying.
You drop maybe the scores. I wouldn't say they're
so my
drastically lower.
school is a small school. It's like a private dork school. 300 kids, 150 are pre-med, every race. You see the kids who make it through. I know a person who did worse on their MCATs than me. Granted, I guess they played a sport, but like worse on their MCATs than me. GPA was fine. Got into the best medical school in Texas. I didn't. The Caribbean was like, maybe we'll take you. You know what I mean?
I get that, but you're
You could
also
have gone to Haiti, bro.
Yeah, I could have been.
You're
The
also
Haiti
talking-
wanted me really bad.
You're also talking about getting into the school, and sometimes you had the resources to have MCATs, prep classes, and tutors and all that shit. A lot of times those people don't. But lasting in the school is what counts. So it's like, can that black or brown student make it through med school? Can they pass all their requirements?
Lasting's
then
easier.
They're just
lasting is easy.
Lasting's easier.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you can get through the program, that means
and
you're
I'm telling
just
you,
as
if you're
capable
at my school as a private school, you're not some poor kid. We had people, I guess, sure, but I know these people. They're not poor people. They're not struggling to eat. This wasn't like a thing. I'm not saying they were rich, but again, I'm telling you, having experienced it, I understand your theory, and in theory, it is good. But then you also start thinking this is medical care, and to your point, to be fair to you, how you do in undergraduate doesn't mean how you're going to do well in med school or not. It's just how well you do in fucking physics or whatever.
Yeah,
Who
but
cares?
that's my point. You're
That's
saying
what I'm saying.
that-
That's to your point.
Yeah.
But still, that idea is a little bit crazy. This is medicine. This is people's lives on the line.
I hear you, but I'm saying, like,
Listen,
if they're not capable of graduating, then they're not capable of being a doctor.
I think that I understand Al's point too, which is like, okay, like let's say their SAT scores are lower, but if they're able to graduate at the same level, then they were able to acquire enough information, education through that process to do the job, which I agree with you, and I totally make sense. And I think that's the idea behind, in a lot of ways, DEI, is that some of these people might not have the high SAT scores because they can't afford all these things that give you a huge advantage, which is taking like the Kaplan SAT prep class, etc. I think everybody's on the same page with that. And I think that poor white people also look at that and they go, yeah, that's unfair that those rich fucking white people get to take all those classes. And I think they feel a little disenfranchised that just because they share the same skin color, they are not afforded those opportunities that the black people are. And that there are wealthy, like Nepo baby black people that are taking advantage of these DEI things that are really not made for them. they're made for more disenfranchised people. And I think that's why like the program that uplifts people from poverty into positions of, you know, prosperity just has to assess these struggles. So the poor disenfranchised white, the poor disenfranchised black, the poor disenfranchised Latino or Asian, whatever it is, they all have to feel like they're being taken care of and protected in this system that's really not built for them. And I think right now, the sentiment, the feeling, the perception, we've talked so much about perception, is just for people of color. And it might not actually be going to the people of color that really need the help, but in fact, the people of color that don't need the help.
Yeah, but
You know what I mean? Like Steph Curry's kids don't need a DI program to get into somewhere, but they would benefit from it simply because of the color of their skin.
yes, and I would agree with you. And I'm like, with any program, people are going to take advantage and find loopholes
Agreed.
for all groups.
So it's one of those things where it's like, I don't think we wipe it off and go, we don't do anything. I think we go, well, what else can we do to fix this fucking
if you make
prop?
it a class issue, that's not
Yes,
racist.
if part of diversity was socioeconomic, if it was socioeconomic over racial, if it's a tiebreaker, sure. Poor white kid, poor black kid, give it to the poor black kid, I guess. But like a poor white kid not getting to take advantage does seem like.
And then it's more fun. It's more fun when you're just helping all poor people, because then you really get to decide and like find out who's the smartest race.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because like if black people thrive,
are you sure you want to do this?
This is good, because if black people thrive,
let them cook
right? Like if it's just for poor people and black people thrive, they get to go, see, we're smarter than you motherfuckers. You just got more money.
Yeah, but
So now you get to put your money where your mouth is.
but some poor Asians,
Guys,
poor
Asians end up winning, then we all got to get them out of the country. We have to.
I was gonna say you're all fighting for seconds. Let's be honest about this. Let's be honest about this.
not you, the other Asians.
You never see a poor Asian though. When was the last time you saw a homeless Asian
Are
guy?
you kidding? They're collecting
seen a few,
cans outside right now.
That's the richest guy in Manhattan. You don't think they have a fucking penthouse? They're working all day collecting metal and gold and jewels.
Yo, I'll be honest with you. I haven't seen an Asian woman collecting cans in a minute.
In a while, yeah.
Is it
I've seen the Latinos
inflation?
doing it.
Inflation.
Williamsburg
Latino got it.
The Latinos took over.
They took over.
Wow.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Families.
I've
I see families going at it, dude.
A win is a win.
Do you ever tee someone up for that? I've been doing that by recycling lately.
What? When you see them with the bag?
Because we'll have cans and bottles and shit, and I won't put it in the recycling in the building. I'll take it and I'll leave it on the street. Because I know some Chinese lady's going to see it and go, let's fucking go.
Bro.
They go crazy.
They tear
you
through my
litter is what
fucking
you
bags.
No, I put it in a bag right on the side, and then I just wait by the window. Just wait for
watch
some
your
lady
shit
to go
inside.
fucking buck
You're
wild.
litter it.
No,
so
it's
you're
not.
not putting it in the receptacle. You're just leaving it.
Making
on-
it
on the
easier for her.
side. I'm not gonna make her dig through the trash.
This is what transplants do to Brooklyn, bro.
No, you leave it right there. I assemble it. I assemble it.
Queens.
He thinks it's helping.
Barely.
He thinks he's helping.
You're from Long Island.
You're from Texas.
I know.
He can talk.
I'm not mad at Brooklyn. Hey, do what you got to do, buddy.
Come on, right? Like if you have food
I
left
still
over,
don't know what you're describing.
He's
What
just
do you
describing
mean?
littering. He's like, oh, I'm going to make it easier so they don't have to dig into a bag. I'm just going to leave the can on top of something so
Public
it's
service.
easier for them
no,
to take
we got a
it.
trash chute so it stays in the building. So no Chinese ladies can get it.
But they go through the bags once they put the bags on the street.
No,
They never put them on the street. They stay in the chute.
Yeah,
Really?
That's what he's saying.
okay.
Yeah.
And then it's in a dumpster and it fucking goes off. So I'm saying you just leave it right on the side, build it up.
It's like Salvation Army.
Yeah,
Salvation Red Army.
they love it, bro. They get so excited. If you saw the look on their faces, bro, chasing their tails, going
So
in
the
circles.
Chinese
It's awesome.
are off of the fucking.
they get so excited.
They're off of the can game, huh?
Not my neighborhood.
It's crazy.
Is it still 5 cents for a can?
I don't know the actual return, but there's a return spot.
You're
like
so
up the
out of
street.
touch. Dude, you're so out of touch.
We got him. We got.
Come on.
Ever
I
since you
don't
got
know the
fucking rich, bro, you
returns,
don't even know what his can cost.
I gotta say, we gotta up it.
Son, it went up. It's 10 cents
It
now.
should be 10 cents.
I thought it was 10.
Hopefully, I'm just
How much is it? How much is it? Y'all don't know
gotta find
shit.
out.
It says it right there, nigga.
It's on this.
5
No.
cents.
5 cents still?
Yeah.
Thank you, dumb motherfuckers. Don't know anything about recycling.
Fucking inflation, bro. It needs to raise the
Y'all never
price of that
collected
shit.
cans in your life, huh?
I have.
You never collected a can.
I know I did. Yeah, I did in Texas. We got like
When did you
$3.
collect a can?
I collected cans religiously.
Like twice a year?
Every summer at my beach house when I was two. This is dead serious, but I had to set it up like that. Every summer at my beaches, I would go around, I would collect all the cans, and this was a thing that the kids did. We didn't have activities, and we would collect all the cans. We give them back to the supermarket. We get 5 cents a can, and I was loaded. I'd be buying ice creams with that shit. I'm digging inside garbage.
That's fine.
I remember being at that age when you're young and you don't know that you're poor yet, and like I would go with my dad, like
to collect other people's cans.
We would just take our recycling, but then go to the fucking supermarkets.
And
get the shit.
That's not poor.
Nobody did that shit.
We didn't have 5-cent deposits in Texas, and I didn't realize that. So I saw that 5-cent shit, and I stored all these cans and took it to Texas, and they were like, "All right, man, here's like a quarter."
But they do need to up that because in 1999, 5 cents was way different than now.
Yeah.
Like by a lot.
What's 5 cents now?
Let me find out. Hold on.
I mean, pennies are a negative production, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
It's 9 cents. Wait, what?
Wow.
It's the opposite. Oh, it's like less. Wait, what? How does this even make sense?
Yeah, of course it's less, Mark.
No, but it says it's more. The same item would cost 9 cents today.
Yeah. Yo, somebody take the computer and I want you to smash it over the top of his head.
I was trying to find out what 5 cents is today. 5 cents is 2 cents today.
What a fucking
What is 5 cents today? How much is 5 cents
He would
today?
have got a legacy.
How much is 5 cents?
Admission
How much is
over-
5 cents?
It's 5 cents. You
5
dumb
cents
fuck.
is 5 cents today.
ask him what his degree's in.
Yeah, what is your degree in?
Economics.
Jesus Christ.
But not street economics,
Nah,
not
America's
putting
cooked.
cans, bro.
America's cooked.
Not getting cans.
All right, guys, we're going to take a break real quick to talk about this bad boy right here. This is a flavored air device. You guys know that flavored air is quickly becoming the leading alternative to vaping and smoking. We're talking about a whole new movement towards better habits and lifestyles, led by these guys. Fume. Fume is the leader in flavored air devices, like I said, which is a great way to help you quit smoking. All right? It's not like vaping. If vapor was compared to it was like a sticky soda, this is an herbal tea. It has a bunch of delicious flavors to choose from. There's crisp mint, orange vanilla, and the new peach blush. I fucks with the peach blush. You should try that one. With flavored air, guys, you can satisfy your oral fixation through a passive diffusion system that utilizes no electronics or combustion. Also, you hear that little click? I love that. I'm a very fidgety person. I probably have anxiety. I've never thought about that in my life until, I don't know, probably about a week ago. But either way, I love fidgeting, and this is very calming. It's soothing. Guys, Fume has served over 300,000 customers, and you can be the next success story. And for a limited time, you can use our code FLAGRANT to get a free gift basket, if you will, with your journey pack. All you gotta do is head to tryfume.com, that's TRYFUM.com, and use the code FLAGRANT to get a free gift with your order today. Guys, get in there. Get in that ass, Larry. Now let's get back to the show. All right, guys, we're gonna take a break real quick because I gotta talk to you about Cook Unity. This is a meal service where the meals are actually prepared by award-winning professional chefs, and every meal is prepared in small batches to ensure a high level of quality in culinary craft. Plus, there's hundreds of weekly menu items from dozens of global cuisines, so you never run out of options. Cook Unity's app also offers a seamless experience to make ordering and planning your meals as pain-free as possible. This is the only meal delivery service without compromise, guys. You get quality, variety, convenience, and top-tier culinary craft for as little as $6 per meal. To sign up, just visit cookunity.com and pick a plan, then select your meals from the menu and let their renowned chefs do the cooking for you. And Cook Unity is offering Flagrant podcast listeners 50% off their first order and 10% off their next 3 weeks when they sign up at cookunity.com/flagrant. So guys, do a meals delivery service. You know you want to. You know you hate cooking. You know you hate cleaning up. Get one that's prepared by chefs. Top quality. Let's get back to the show.
Let's talk about what else we got going on. Some of these appointees.
We're in debt. The Democrats are in debt. We talked about that. Raise $1 billion, $20 million in debt.
I mean, raising $1 billion, spending
in 100 days,
$538 million on staff.
Can't die with it, maybe.
He must have so many Cybertrucks. That's awesome.
They raised that money and everybody was just eating, huh? That's what it was. It was just like you call your friend.
She was gonna lose. Like, did she know? Oh, I'm not gonna make this, so let me just start spending it.
Between Black Lives Matter and Kamala, we really need to have a conversation about black people's money, man.
Stop it. Don't group those two.
I mean, I think you bringing up a very good point.
Yeah,
No, it's not.
Between Black Lives Matter, NBA and NFL players.
Yeah, that's true.
Kamala.
That's true.
Podcast studio owners.
Tesla truck owners.
Yeah. How about a fleet of Tesla trucks after 1 year in the red? Oh Oh man.
But who did they appoint? Apparently he bullied into all the Project 2025 guys.
Oh, I heard a good one. Apparently, if Trump hasn't
Bring that back up.
yeah, we gotta talk about that
Yeah.
because you need to explain what Project 2025 is to me. But apparently, if Trump hasn't posted that somebody is taking on a position, it's not real and it's marketing. So what's happening behind the scenes allegedly is there are all these people that are up for the position, but they haven't been officially offered it. And what they're doing is leaking things to the press so that the press report it, so that there is political and social pressure on the administration to appoint
Trump
them.
is the wrong guy to do that too, I think.
Or it's leaked by other people so that the press trashes the decision
Gets him out of it.
That's
so that
smart.
the competitor can go, you
That's
don't
smart.
want him. I mean, look at how upset people are about this appointee. Or
This might be the one I'm thinking.
the administration
Yep.
leaks people, sees how
The perception is.
perception
reaction
is, and then reacts accordingly.
So Marco Rubio was leaked Secretary of State decision for Donald Trump. Gets fucking trashed. Dave Smith is like, this is the worst pick. You might as well elect a Cheney, blah, blah, blah. Dave, I obviously trust. But then if you're a Trump administration guy, you go, hey, we're thinking about Marco Rubio. Let's just leak that, see how people respond. And when they trash him, be like, all right, well, maybe we don't know Marco Rubio.
I think that was
Wasn't he
real.
like a neocon or
That's
whatever
the thing,
fuck?
and
Yeah.
that's the biggest issue for anybody who voted for him specifically because you don't want foreign wars. Is you don't want any of these neocons, these war hawks, Democrat or Republican, in the administration. So a lot of people saw that and they were heartbroken. We're like, oh, I thought we're draining the swamp. I thought we're not getting into these pointless foreign wars. And then you're going to put a guy who's admittedly, about that action. Very concerning. And I think a lot of people very upset. Now, he hasn't been mentioned by Trump yet, but I think that one might be real. The Department of Homeland Security,
That's concerning.
very.
Come on,
Yeah.
man.
And you should be upset about it. If
Yeah.
you voted for that specific reason, or those are one of the reasons why you voted for him, you should be very upset about that. Kristi Noem was this she was very attractive, I think was a governor of North Dakota, but they picked her as Department of Homeland Security. Potentially. This is another one floated. That might not be real. But beautiful woman, but the fuck does someone from North Dakota know about Homeland Security? We're not getting attacked by a moose here. We need an actual person that knows how to thwart terror attacks. I don't think there's a lot of action happening in North Dakota, right? Right? Am I wrong for?
I don't know any of her history, so just because she's from there, she could have a bunch of.
Nah.
What if she went to an Ivy League school? What if she got?
No, you got to be on the water. You got to be. You got to be on a water state. If you're not on a water state, there's nothing we can do
Marco
about
Rubio
you.
could do that.
Say again.
Marco Rubio could do that.
You gonna have a Cuban with a comb over deciding Homeland Security?
He wants
He
to
gonna build a bridge from
Nobody
here to
wants-
Havana.
no-
No, the Cubans are good at security though. Low key, Bay of Pigs.
You
they
said
fucking
this.
locked
Nobody-
it up.
Yo, that's a good ass point.
Nobody-
Shout out to Rubio. Shout out
Nobody
to the
hates
Cubans.
illegals more than someone who came here
Yo.
illegally and is here now.
Do you know what? That is a great point. Cubans would lock that motherfucker
Yeah,
down
dog.
so fast.
Yeah.
Maybe we do need Marco Rubio.
Bro, our biggest threat for 10 years was a fucking little island in the middle of the fucking Atlantic.
Yeah, we might
That's
need a
crazy.
Cuban. We might need a real ass Cuban to do that shit.
Yeah, I'm here. Y'all ain't. Stay out.
Yeah, shout out.
Yeah, just said no wars, and now you just convince yourself on this guy.
Not for what's it called? For Department of Homeland Security.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we don't want him to
Yeah.
be the. What was he going up for again? What was
Secretary
it?
of State.
Secretary of State. Yeah, I don't want him deciding foreign shit.
Yeah, he gonna fucking get into it with the Mexicans, and then we gonna have some cartel shit going on.
Bro, the way that
you see
Tom
that guy?
Homan was talking about them cartels, this is fire. I like this
You gonna play?
motherfucker.
'Cause
Yeah, I'll find it.
Yeah, but you can't talk like that. These
What'd he
motherfuckers
say?
are about it.
What'd he
Like,
say?
Just the fact.
That's what you're worried
You
about?
afraid of the cartels when we got
Hell
this guy?
yeah.
Come on,
This
bro.
guy got 14 zins in his lower lip. You think he's worried about the cartels?
These cartels
No.
don't
Says
play,
it would
bro.
cost $88 billion
it?
to deport 1 million people a year.
I don't know if that's accurate or not.
Is that what American taxpayers should expect?
What price do you put on our national security? Is that worth it?
Is there a way to carry out mass deportation without separating families?
Of course there's.
Good answers, bro.
Yeah, but did you see the rest of that
I
answer?
think this.
Yeah, you really.
No, that's where it cuts off.
Oh, the rest of the answer is, of course, there is. You can deport the families with them.
Yeah.
Which I disagree with. I don't like that. I don't like this. I think the first deportation process needs to be criminals. You go after criminals, you commit a crime, you get the fuck out of here. Simple as that. After that, we can assess.
I think this is it. Do you want to see it?
Yeah, go for it.
And look, the illegal aliens coming across the border, people need to understand, 31% of women that make that journey get raped by criminal cartels. Children get raped. I've talked to little girls as young as 9 that have been raped multiple times. These cartels are animals, and that's why President Trump's going to take them off the face of the earth. They've killed more Americans than every terrorist organization in the world, and President Trump is committed to calling them terrorist organization and using the full might of the United States Special Operations to take them out.
That is war with the cartels. We don't need that.
I'm not worried about that. But what's more concerning to me, honestly, is like cocaine is fun, and someone's got to make it. You know what I mean? Like,
We'll make it here. Don't worry.
but will we?
No.
If I don't think we will, and I think the American people need coke. I'm gonna be honest with you. Fentanyl, no. Heroin, no. Opiates, no.
This is the wildest.
But
thing I've ever heard
coke,
in my
No,
life.
I'm listening.
coke. The
Cartels
American
are
people.
ruining Mexico, and you're like, yeah, but where are we gonna get our party?
We do need that. We're a partying people.
And I
There
don't
is
think we
no.
have the conditions to grow.
We
coke.
don't have the conditions,
I don't think
Akaash.
Yeah.
You know how cigars can only really be grown in Cuba?
You believe that? I don't believe that.
Not at all. We love what we can't have. But the reality is the conditions for coke probably aren't here. We're not going to grow it here. But Americans, we need our coke. Look, what do you think about Mike Tyson? Imagine Mike Tyson with no cocaine. Imagine the
don't put that on
80s
Mike.
with no cocaine.
Put that on Mike.
I thought you meant. I thought you were talking about current Mike.
No, I'm saying think about
Mike
how
is going
cocaine.
crazy in the gym right now.
No, but
He
think
looks
about the
like
most
he's on
amazing things that cocaine has created in American history.
Yeah.
Miami, the fun, the fucking car.
Yeah,
vroom,
yeah.
vroom.
Wolf of Wall Street. That was fine. Yeah.
Wall Street,
Yes.
cocaine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Take little shitty mortgages, mix them all together. Now you got even shittier
Enron.
mortgage. Enron. Think of how amazing. Oh, black people should vote.
Yeah.
Cocaine.
Cocaine. Put cocaine in
has created every amazing idea in American history. The
Facts.
female vote, cocaine.
Yes.
Oh, you
Right
said
to
amazing
bear
ideas.
arms, cocaine.
You said amazing ideas.
Amazing ideas.
Yes.
Every amazing idea in American history was backed by cocaine.
Yes.
Babe Ruth, points, boom.
This.
Cocaine.
The BBL was invented on cocaine.
Cocaine.
Colombians.
What if
Facts.
skinny girls had fat asses?
Yes.
Cocaine.
You could pack more coke in there to smoke
There
across
we
the board.
go. I'm telling you, America runs on confidence, and cocaine is confidence, and Americans need cocaine. I'm worried, to be completely honest with you, that without cocaine, the American empire is over. I mean that 1,000%. I'm looking you straight in your face right now.
Is this like when you said that we didn't drink water, we just drank coffee and alcohol for 400 years or whatever?
I did believe that. And I do believe that's why we were so productive.
Okay. All right.
Because we had caffeine and we had alcohol in the system.
Okay.
And we thought of some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? You look at the cathedral, you're like, what if the windows were like painted colors too? That is a caffeine and alcohol combination.
Who
right
invented fucking cocaine? The Mayans, the Aztecs, and what
did they
build?
do?
The cities, the first
Child
pyramids.
what?
I was going to talk about pyramids, but also that.
Also that.
Yeah, also
Sometimes
that.
you sacrifice a kid so a cactus grows. Right? That's also a cocaine idea right there.
Yeah. The good with the bad.
The good with the bad.
Yeah.
But America runs on cocaine, so we need somebody to make it. So I think we just
That's
got to
Duncan's new slogan.
Yes.
Yeah.
America runs on cocaine. And there's a baby version of cocaine, which is sugar, which the rest of America runs on. But once you become an adult, there is cocaine.
There's an actual baby version of cocaine.
Talk to me.
I tried to purchase on
Talk
the
to
dark
me.
web.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
Tell me what
so
it
you can
is.
make tea out of coca leaves.
Oh, no, Mark.
And you can make the tea, and it gives you a stimulant, like cocaine, but it's natural. This is how they do
Give
it.
me
in
a Zen
Central
right now.
America.
Give me a Zen right now. You just got me.
You tried to
getting
buy
so excited.
coca leaves on
Yes,
the
he
dark
did.
web.
Allegedly,
Yes, he
for the
did.
bit. For the bit. I was looking at it. It's
crazy.
natural. No, it's natural. It's
Crazy.
natural.
This is not Donald Trump's America.
That's
This
how
is
they
what
did
you
it for
voted
years. That's how they did it
This
for
is
years.
what you voted for.
Well, oh, how else you do is snort it up with baby powder in it or whatever the fuck?
I'm not
That's
gonna
not
put
good for
fucking baby powder in my cocaine, Mark.
That's why they did child sacrifice. So they could get the baby powder to cut it with, bro.
Listen, guys.
That's what I'm saying.
My fear is that if we wipe the cartels off the face of the earth, which is what Tom Homan just said, we would be in a serious confidence deficit in the United States of America, and we would not be able to overcome
We
it.
become Democrats. We become liberals.
We might become liberal cucks without enough cocaine to propel us forward, or we got to find Jesus fast.
Yeah,
Because Jesus is emotional cocaine.
that is true. That is true.
Jesus.
You're in church. Yeah.
You're in church, you're feeling it. That song hits you, the word hits you.
You walked on water.
Why does it
Walked
put me
on
to
water.
sleep then when I'm there?
Say again?
Why does it put me to sleep?
Well, because you're a gay person.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Jesus don't like y'all. That's a fact.
Yeah.
That is true.
It's trying to nod you off.
It's a lot of energy.
Do liberals do cocaine? I feel like it's not like a liberal drug.
No.
Like, what would you?
That's why they lost.
Do. What? Yeah, they do.
Fuck my wife faster. You know what I mean? Like, what is, you know what I mean? Like, what's
It's
the
not a liberal drug,
What do you think
dude.
gay guys are doing?
Say again? Gay guys aren't liberal.
They do Molly. They do MDMA. They're also
That's
true.
How liberal are they, dude? I think gays for
They're doing
Trump.
poppers.
They're
bro.
doing poppers, bro. Loosen that hole. Loosen that hole, Fred.
Ecstasy. And liberals do ecstasy because they gotta feel happy.
Why do they
sometimes.
do all these drugs? Do they not have to worry about it because they're already going to hell? According to Jesus.
Jesus said nothing wrong
I
about
don't think
doing
he ever
drugs,
talked
yo.
about drugs.
Jesus was all
Yeah.
about getting
I
it,
think that's
getting it
a- I think it's a
popping, water
modern-
into wine.
Yeah, wasn't
didn't-
that
he didn't talk
Magic
about
Bush or
drugs.
something? What was that?
Exactly.
The Bush.
He
Some
eats all
people
the
think
shit.
at the
He
Last
burned
Supper that possibly that was a form of like a psychological, drug experience.
Psychedelic.
Yeah, psychedelic drugs. Man.
You almost got it.
Something about 5 cents being 9 cents. How the fuck is that even possible? Turn this white.
Okay.
How does that happen?
What else? Anything else, my boys? Do you think we've saved the Democratic
This
Party?
shit is dangerous.
Talk to us.
You can't talk like that. I can understand if you want to try to stop what the cartels are doing, but don't talk tough.
We're America.
Cartels are about that action for real.
Do you not think we're about that action?
Yeah, but I don't want to go.
Let's go.
Yo, play that.
Hold on,
They're
let's
watching
go.
our every move.
Listen,
Iran,
Al. You
Russia,
listen fucking close.
China,
Run that back from the
North
top.
Korea.
No, it's good. It's good. It's good.
ISIS,
Yes.
Al Qaeda.
This is beautiful.
They may be watching
The
this right
cartels.
now.
No.
Turn this shit up.
Yo, can
Our
we get
Our
more sound?
military should
volume.
not be mistaken for a cable news gabfest show.
Yeah. Gabfest show.
we're not
We don't
goofing
care what
around.
you look like.
We don't care.
We don't care who you voted for.
We don't care.
Who you worship, what you worship, who you love. It doesn't matter if your dad left you millions when he died or if you knew who your father was. We have been honed into a machine of lethal moving parts that you would be wise to avoid if you know what's good for
God damn.
Preach.
you. We will not be intimidated. We will not back down.
Let's go.
We've seen war. We don't want war.
Nope, we don't want it.
But if you want war with the United States of America, there's one thing I can promise you,
God
so help
damn,
me
let's
God. Someone else will raise your sons and daughters.
Oh, shit. God damn.
You worry about the cartels, Al?
Come on, bro.
Al, you worry about the cartels when we got satellites?
Son, that full list, there's a giant mass of water separating us from all the motherfuckers. That's a difference. Cartel is here.
We got a wall.
They're
We got
down
a
the
wall.
street right now.
You don't think we know where they at?
Yeah, it's
Do
crazy.
you think we don't know
Just
where they
mark
at?
my words. It's
You
fine.
don't think we can find a car? I can find cartels right now. Find 16 Mexicans playing
told-
5-on-5 on basketball cartels.
I told you about the China
weightlifting
sleeper
belt.
cells.
Weightlifting belt.
I told you about the China sleeper cells.
Yeah.
The cartel. We go to war with the cartels. We lose. Guaranteed.
How?
How we gonna lose?
Bro, we lose,
Al,
bro.
do you remember?
You so scary, bro.
We lose.
You are so scary,
These
Al.
motherfuckers do not play.
We don't play. We got satellites.
No, but we at least have like decency. We try not to kill kids. They're killing wives, kids. They're killing everybody.
We not to kill kids.
What are you talking about?
We invented killing kids.
Where do you think they got their business model, yo?
Thank you.
Son, we drone strike weddings.
Just
We don't give a
remember.
fuck.
Just remember.
You think they drone strike a quinceañera like it ain't nothing?
Nothing.
Light work.
We're taking out the pinatas.
Yeah, we apologize.
There ain't no apology.
How are we gonna find
My
the
boy.
cartel, bro? They're
My boy.
blasting music right now. It's not gonna be fucking hard. They're playing Bad Bunny. Go get them. What are you talking about?
You really think it's a problem to take out the cartel?
All right.
Playing music on the subway on their phone, no headphones.
Yeah. Listen to Peso
The
Pluma.
Mexican
Go get
government
him.
can't even control these motherfuckers.
Al, that's
The Mexican government. Oh, so how can the United States government?
They can't do
God,
it.
they bring
Oh
them
my
military.
Lord.
What
the hell?
This is insane. This is truly insane.
Whatever.
Al, do you remember when 4 Americans got killed going to get BBLs or whatever in Mexico, and then they put 9 of those motherfuckers chained up on the border and said, "We're sorry, we didn't mean to kill Americans"? The cartel doesn't want to fuck with America.
Because we played that one time.
Yeah.
We played that one time. And then they took 9 people, handcuffed them, put them up.
I just don't want that.
Al,
I don't
let me
want
tell
that
you something.
drama.
We butt fuck. What the fuck? Yeah.
Why?
So help me God. We're butt fucking.
You need help.
We are pulling up to the cartels. We are butt fucking. That is a
shit
fact.
pushed in?
No, that is a real thing. That is a real thing.
Why is this helping our argument right now?
Hey,
Doesn't matter. You just
they're
feel it.
watching right now. We butt fuck them.
Yeah.
Al, it's not
Say in
enough.
Spanish so they
it's
know.
not enough.
Say in Spanish so they know.
Hey, rompe culo. Rompemos culo. That's what happens. If you mess with the United States of America, so help me God, vamos a romper tu culo. That
means we're gonna butt fuck you.
That is a guarantee. You gotta tell the cartels this right now. They're not afraid to die. They're afraid to get their shit pushed forward.
I thought Trump's America is no war.
It's not going to be a war.
It's not war.
It's not going
It's
to be
not
a war.
war.
It's not going to be a war.
This is
It's not going to
fuck
be a war.
butts. This is what it is. Fuck butts.
So let Diddy out of jail then. Come on. We need Diddy on the front
Now,
line.
Diddy's going to Mexico, no?
This is Diddy's redemption arc. We gonna send him there sans baby oil. We keeping all the baby oil here. He gonna go there with sand. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen now. I'm telling you right now. I don't want you to be afraid. I don't want you to be scared anymore in Donald Trump's America. If this was Kamala Harris's America and you had some fucking tranny robot at the front lines going to take out the cartels, of course that's gonna be an issue. She's probably gonna start sucking all her dicks all the time.
That's a scary sight. So.
What do you mean?
A tranny on the front line is a scary
Why?
sight.
Why?
Pull up that lady. I'm running.
This is the Department of Health. I'm here to take out the cartels.
Yeah, I am running, bro. Oh man,
That's one of the hardest speeches in our lifetime.
Yeah, shout out to Captain Belavia.
You talking all that shit from me, God.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
We ain't fighting. They're fighting.
I
The
know
boys.
you don't think we're afraid. I know you don't think. Listen, if we stop bombing other countries out there in the Middle East, we gonna get itchy.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
We gonna get
Very
itchy.
true.
We gonna need to bomb somebody. When America stops bombing, the rest of the world is on notice. Like, yo, do not piss them off.
Yeah.
We're like a alcoholic father in the house. Right? We just waiting for our team to go down 7. Someone's getting bitch slapped.
Yeah. America's having a bad day.
Bad
It's having
day.
a bad fucking
Someone
day.
needs to get their culo rompe. That needs to happen. We need to rompe culo.
Yeah.
That needs to happen.
That's
So
not
I
a good
hope.
thing, guys.
Say again?
It's not a good thing.
What do you mean it's not a good
It's
thing?
not a good thing. You don't think Mexico would be thankful we took care of the cartels? What are you saying right now? Al, what do you believe? Tell me real quick.
You don't think
who
it'd
do
be
you
nice?
care about?
We could liberate the. It's kind of honestly, I'm so biased because I'm American. We're the greatest people. But if there's a second greatest people on the face of the universe, it's the Mexican people. You don't think that they would like to be liberated from these cartels? The most joyous, loving, accepting, kind, supportive, fun people on the fucking planet. You don't think they want to be liberated from these horrible cartels through a vicious butt thrashing?
So butt thrashing doesn't sound tactical. That sounds like gospel.
Who said we were tactical?
That
Who
sounds
said we were
like
tactical?
that sounds like parking lot. That's what that sounds.
It might happen in
Hey,
a parking lot.
we get in parking lot. Let's go.
All right. So then all those beautiful Mexican people that we love, they're gonna be gone too.
No. We're going to get them out the way.
Yeah.
Oh, go to the south. You'll be safe there.
That's how we do it.
That
how we
usually
do it.
works
That's
until
called
you
two
gotta go
birds.
down south.
2 birds right there.
Until you
my
gotta
dog.
go down south, that shit works. No, we're gonna move them, bro.
All right.
We're gonna get them into a nice little second. You can move.
I trust you guys. Let's be optimistic. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Hey, real talk. If you had to help the Ukraine fight Russia or the Mexicans fight the cartels, where do you think our resources are better spent? Because we're in wars no matter what.
in the version, if we're helping Ukraine, are we still going to war with the cartels or we're not?
No, he's saying we're gonna stop. We take him at his word for now.
All right, so then I'm going to send it to fucking Ukraine. I don't want that drama. I'm going to Cancun in December, bro.
Oh, this is what this is about. This is what this is about.
Word about, bro. Don't go to
Cancun. I got a nice family
Cancun.
trip booked and shit like that. I want
That's what this whole thing's about.
It really is.
January, you can be
I hope
singing a
the dog
different
gets
tune.
kidnapped.
That's foul.
I hope
that's
that
crazy.
happens.
That's
I hope that happens.
crazy.
I hope that happens.
You know what?
When I found out how much
That's
we're paying
crazy.
dog walkers for my dog,
That's crazy.
I hope my dog is kidnapped.
I never wish that on you, Al. I never wish that on you, Al. I hope you get kidnapped though. That I can wish with no conscience, no
come
guilt
back with a
whatsoever.
big
Ain't nobody
Yeah.
kidnapping Al. You gotta deal with that for a fucking week. You give him back.
This guy's just rude.
Yeah.
This guy's just rude.
He's
Really.
grumpy in a fucking mood all the goddamn time.
Yeah, loves the cartel.
Yeah.
It's like, I hate these Puerto Ricans. Watch this. Fucking garbage island.
Tony Hinchcliffe was right.
What's up, Noodle Dicks? You see the blue lights. You know what time it is. I just dropped some. It just scared my dog. It's all good. But you know what you don't want to drop the ball on? Fuck time. Giving good dick. That's why you need to get that Blue Chew. They have been the trusted sponsors of Flagrant 2. Maybe our first sponsor ever, and they've rocked with us ever since. We rock back with them. It's the Chew. Guys, your dick game, not as good as you think it is. Ladies, you know it's the truth. Either get some for your man. Fellas, get some for yourself. I don't know if you should, honestly, just, here's the deal. BlueChew.com. Use the code Flagrant. You get your first order for free. All you got to do is pay $5 for shipping. BlueChew.com. Promo code Flagrant. First order for free. You just got to pay $5 for shipping. And visit also the website to look at the important details and safety information, because I don't know, maybe you shouldn't sneak it into your husband's food or anything like that. But either way, you know you need this Blue Chew. Get on it. Let's get back to the show. All right, guys, we're going to take a break real quick, and we're going to help you out. If you want Delta 8 or Delta 9 products, you got to go to deltaclouds.com. They got all your favorite brands of gummies and hemp products, all incredibly discounted prices, and they're currently offering $35 off all orders over $125 plus free shipping, free, fast, discreet shipping. And if you're a Flagrant fan, which I know you are because you're listening, you get an extra 15% off your order when you use the code Flagrant at checkout on purchases of 4 or more products. So you're already getting $35 off $125 or more. And you get an extra 15% off if you buy 4 or more products. So you can end up paying around $75-ish for about $125 worth of products. And you get free shipping. And this coupon applies to every order, not just your first one, so take full advantage. They also mentioned that they will throw in a free 700 milligram double XL THC welcome gummy. You could call that a gift basket with your first order when you use the code Flagrant. Guys, honestly, if you need 700 milligrams to get high, you have a serious fucking problem. But you could also break it into, I don't know, about 135 pieces and get high for the rest of the year if you want to. Do not miss out on this amazing deal. Go to Delta Clouds, that's clouds with a Z, DELTACLOUDZ.com, and start saving. Also, you got to be 21 or older to purchase. And DeltaClouds.com only ships Delta products to legal states. All right, guys, let's get back to the show.
Okay, what else we got, my boys?
Crypto's up.
Yo,
We out here, dude.
shout out to crypto, bro. You could tell who voted for Kamala, but also got crypto. Right? Because they all of a sudden are very supportive of this Donald Trump administration coming in. They're like, give them a chance. You know, shout out Bitcoin.
Yep.
No, for real though, shout out Bitcoin.
Yeah,
We got Bitcoin.
You're up. You still got a coin or that?
Aren't you glad I told you to hold on?
No, you right. You told us at home. Yeah,
Have you
we're doing
been able to access your wallet yet?
Nah, but we took all the shit off.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because I
Oh, okay,
wasn't.
okay.
I was scared about the what's it called. But you know what? I'm bullish now. Matter of fact, crypto companies that you got to be legit. You got to be the ones that have actually made it through. You know, Kraken made it through.
Yeah.
Now it's time. Now y'all are rich.
Bro, if FCX just hold on, bro. If they just were able to hold on like 2 more years.
That's all they had to do.
I mean, it was a long ass time. It wasn't like 30 days.
Yeah. Not
it
2
was
years,
almost
bro.
1,000 days.
Just don't be so
For a
greedy
Ponzi
for
scheme.
2 years.
I know they just had to wait.
If
They
you
just had
just
to
wait, you could do a Ponzi scheme now, like maybe way more money. He's in
Facts.
prison looking at this, being like, "Oh fuck, I would have been
If
the
any of y'all can
richest
help
man
me
ever."
get back the crypto I lost, there's a considerable amount. That'd be fantastic.
Oh wait, how'd you lose it?
The company's folded.
Oh, that's right.
How much did you lose in now money?
Oh.
Oh, I'll tell you.
Yeah, ask Mark.
About like 12 cents or something. I can't figure it out. This is so confusing for real. I don't understand.
Oh, man. Oh, good amount. A good amount. It's a good amount.
6 digits?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, what are we talking about?
How much in initial investment?
How many Cybertrucks? How many Cybertrucks run?
Probably 6 figures, to be honest with you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, you lost 6 figures back then?
Not at its lowest.
Yeah, of
But no,
course.
in his investment.
If it's worth nothing, you lost nothing.
But based on my average strike price, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
How much was your Tesla Cybertruck, Al?
About 100.
You know, it's crazy. Even with that, I'm still up.
Bro.
That's crazy, right?
So 100, but I imagine leased it through the business?
No, finance through the business. Yeah.
But it's you purchased it.
Purchased it. Yeah.
Why purchase it instead of leasing?
You can't lease Cybertrucks.
They have a leasing office with Tesla.
Not for Cybertrucks.
Oh, but with the
Only
regular
for-
cars.
Yeah.
Got it. But financing it is the same, essentially.
same thing.
Because there's got it.
We never saw the final product. What does it look like? Somebody texted me they saw you in a Cybertruck. That's how I found out you got one.
I've been in it. It's cool.
It's nice.
It's nice.
It's really
nice.
Shouts to
car.
Julio Ruby Rosa, but he said, I saw Al in a Cybertruck. I was angry about it. I said, fuck Al got a Cybertruck. I told us about that.
I put the little stars in the ceiling and shit. That shit looks fire.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
sick.
Oh, you did not do
Yes, I
that.
did. Come on.
Nah, I seen somebody.
Ghetto Fabulous. Shout out to Project
Nah, the
One,
Rolls
man. They
Royce,
the best.
the Rolls Royce Phantom has that. Now I never seen anybody add it to a shittier car, but the Rolls Royce Phantom has that.
Yeah, we know the Phantom car.
Of course it rolls.
That's what I'm saying.
My Honda Accord has a massive dent in the backseat passenger side that never got fixed. Thank you. 2012, still running strong.
Damn, bro, you put the stars in it?
Nah, trust me, it looks amazing.
Spinners?
Fuck you.
Is that racist?
You went to
Did you call exhibit?
Every once in a while, I forget how truly ghetto Alex is.
Yes.
And then he does something like this. And I'm like, wow. Putting the stars on the ceiling of a non-Rolls Royce.
just you get in the car and it's just the galaxy, man. See Orion's bell over here. Come on, son. It's amazing, man. So we got too much light pollution in here. So I had to, bring the galaxy to me.
I mean, so is it a feature they offer, or did you stick stars on the ceiling
No,
of it?
it's custom. They don't do that.
Yeah, they prefer if you don't do that. They actually, it's in the
What
manual.
color is it?
This is what the IRS is letting him write off. Isn't that funny? This is what the IRS.
I need it for
it
my
helps.
business. I have to.
You need the
get
stars in the
equipment
ceiling.
from
Yeah.
around.
It helps
You need
with the
lighting.
equipment.
Yeah.
It lights the equipment.
Yes. Come on, guys. Jesus Christ. Let's move on.
What color is it?
It's a tungsten gray, a satin tungsten gray. Yeah. Sorry, yeah. I got it out, but then the satin kind of.
Isn't there a G in
There's
there?
a G. There's absolutely
Tungsten.
A G. Yeah, but
Oh, you
real
wrapped
G's
it?
moving silent.
Yeah,
That's what I'm talking
See, fire. They'll be out. Huh?
You wrapped it?
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
You wrapped it.
Pun intended.
You have to.
Yeah, it only comes in one color.
It's only steel, and then the steel has all the fucking fingerprints.
Now I seen them black ones. Them look fire.
That's
Yeah.
all wrap.
That's all
I
right.
didn't know
Anytime you see a color, it's right.
Yeah.
Wow.
I saw a white one recently.
This guy got a fucking Tonka trunk in the Hamptons, and he's laughing at me. You gotta be fucking crazy.
He said Tonka trunk.
Yeah, that did hurt. It was funny.
It was funny.
It's still funny though.
I gave you the credit for it.
Okay, what else we got, guys? What
I
are we
mean,
thinking?
voter fraud. Apparently, they stole the election. Every election's fake.
Conveniently.
What else?
Oh, you were talking about some chicken lady yesterday. I still don't know this thing.
Yeah, okay. So there is
The British girl.
I still
Let me
have
tell you
no
something.
idea what this
Let me-
is. Like,
let me
I
tell-
I was waiting for Al to bring this up.
I looked into it and still don't know.
Okay,
You
so-
ever seen the British girl? She's like, oh, you want chicken? And then
There's so many there's so many white chicken ladies that is confusing.
There's a lot of white chicken.
I get why
ladies.
y'all like them. I get it. Makes sense.
Yeah. Chicken fry. Oh God. So here's my advice to anybody. Whatever you do. So help me God. Do not give Dave Portnoy a reason to wake up in the morning and make content.
That's a scary
because your life will be fucking hell.
Yeah.
This guy.
We gotta add him to the list. So it's Portnoy,
Candace Owens.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
He's on that list.
Coffeezilla.
The cartel.
Coffeezilla. You don't let the
Yeah.
suspenders come on.
There's a few you gotta stay away from.
I'm telling you, There's a relentlessness.
50 Cent.
50, exactly. There's a few
Yeah.
people that it's just not worth it. It is not worth it. Especially like Dave's got all the money in the world, so you don't need to do anything.
Yeah. What motivates him?
But if you give him a reason to wake up, I remember seeing the drama happen with this. Like, there's this country singer named, I guess, Zach Bryan.
Yeah.
It's apparently like a huge country singer.
Yeah, he's nice.
Pull him up.
What is the song of this guy? I cannot name one song.
So I
from
listened
this
to
guy.
the song that he wrote about Chicken Fry's friend.
He made a song about Chicken Fry's friends.
It's just such a ridiculous sentence to
Chicken
say.
fried.
A little bit of chicken fried.
Yeah, that's it.
Cold beer on a Friday night.
That's it.
And no, that's not him. This guy's like more
Pair
like
of jeans that fit
Yo,
your
y'all
ass.
gotta Chicken's ass
Pink
shit, yo.
Skies is the one that.
Yeah. Stop trying to appropriate
That's
chicken.
also a Zach. That's Zach Brown. But we're talking about Zach Brown.
So there's a Zach Bryan and then there's a Zach Brown.
Zach Brown band.
Band.
Yeah.
But that Chicken Fried song is fire.
Yeah.
This
Stop trying
guy's
to
less
take that
like
shit.
fun party. It seems like this guy's more like artsy kind of.
Well, what can we play a song of
Pink
this?
Sky's the one I
Something in
heard.
the orange is
Yeah,
his
something
biggest
Play a
in
hit.
the
song of Chicken Fried Boyfriends
Yeah.
song.
All right. So I'm going to play it and then just give me your honest reaction.
Okay.
Right when we come back in. Okay.
So this is Mr. Chicken Lady.
Yes.
Yes. Chicken Lady's Boyfriend.
All right.
Fire.
I liked it.
Absolutely.
It's good.
It was fire.
And that's the first time I've ever heard, I think, a song from this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something in the Orange by Zach Bryan.
But like really nice.
Yeah.
Good.
I like the music.
Okay.
So apparently he was emotionally abusing Chicken Lady,
Okay.
Chicken Girl,
Chicken Woman.
Brianna
Chicken Woman.
Fry.
Brianna Chicken Fry,
Call her correct pronouns, bro.
Chicken
Yeah,
Fry.
you better get Portnoy another
Sorry,
reason.
Portnoy. We're on Team Portnoy. So whoever of those two he supports, we support. We support them. And then so Chicken Fried went on. They have a podcast together with this another kid named Josh Roberts.
Richards.
Fuck.
You don't know.
I went on the pod with them.
Yo, Portnoy.
I find him.
Wait, come for this.
I find the Josh Richards kid good.
That was a dude that Dub was hating on yesterday.
Yeah. Dove was trying to say he wasn't good looking. Dove hates.
Nah, you lying. That
Dove
kid cute as
hates.
hell.
That kid handsome as fuck.
Yo, Tanya out of nowhere, somebody brings up Josh Richards on the thing, and out of nowhere, Tanya pops her head behind the screen and goes, that kid's cute.
Yeah.
You don't know what he asked.
She said it way worse. She goes, he's cute for his age.
Oh, for his age.
yeah.
Don't make it
You
crazy,
don't need no
Tanya.
caveats
Come on,
here.
Tanya.
That man handsome for all ages.
He looked like an Abercrombie
Look at him.
bag.
Okay?
He's like the bear guy.
Josh Richards. Okay. Anyway, so they all do a podcast together, and you know, once Dave heard that his girl was hurt, you know, Dave's gonna ride for his people.
Yeah, he does.
So Dave came out there, and I respect that. You gotta ride for the gang. Zach Bryan, you did the dumbest thing you could ever done in your fucking life. You gotta learn from the enemies of Dave Portnoy. He will not stop until you stop. You are destroyed.
So yeah, her side of the story, I looked in this a bit. Her side of the story she told on the pod with Dave is basically they dated. Everything was good for a few months, and then after like 4 months, it just got toxic. He would get really temperamental out of nowhere, and then I think he would pitch like huge fits. Like one time, she asked him to go to her best friend's grandmother's funeral. He caused a huge scene. It was basically like, "Fuck you, I'm not going to do this." Ended up having to go to the funeral, and then wrote one of his new massive hits about going to that funeral, about the person he hated, his dead grandmother, whatever. It's kind of like, if you're the friend, you're like, you treat me like shit. Apparently, he yelled at that friend, threw like a glass at her head.
At the funeral?
And no, later, just another holiday.
I'm like, God
Just another holiday.
She going through enough.
Yeah, that's my bad. Yeah, at another like holiday, he like had all of them over somehow, and then Chicken Fried went to sleep, and then he was just like started going nuts on the friends. You're all moochers, none of you were worth anything, etc., etc. Threw a glass near them, broke, shattered, whatever. Like went nuts. Apparently, these are like emotionally abusive things that he would do a lot. Dave Portnoy hears this, starts going in on Zach Bryan. Apparently, Zach Bryan would always shit on Portnoy and shit on the podcast, try to get her to leave.
Publicly or just to her?
Just to her. But he also, when he dumped her, she was just like, hey, can I just tell people on my own terms? He's like, yeah, fine. Then announces it on his IG 2 days later. And then all of a sudden, she starts getting offers for NDAs. Please don't say anything about this relationship.
She offered 12 milli.
The price goes up to 12 million. Because she says no over and over and over. Price keeps going up to 12 million, which leads you to believe he didn't want this shit coming out publicly.
Nah, he hit her.
I mean,
Like,
she's not saying he hit her.
12.
She's not saying that.
Yeah,
but
'cause
for whatever it
she's
is,
still holding out
it's
for the
worth
bag.
12 million for him to say, don't tell people what I did. So that's the thing.
Cassie got 30 for 12. That's like, that's a half a Cassie.
12 is just the elevator.
Yeah.
Just the elevator. Yo, Cassie asked for 30 for years.
And also, Diddy's a billionaire.
Yeah.
Zach Brown isn't a billionaire, I don't think.
Brian.
Zach Bryan, whatever. Fuck, man. That's how four white people names in country. Zach Bryan isn't a billionaire.
Oh, yeah.
There's a Luke Bryan.
It's great.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
Chicken fried rice.
Chicken fried rice, did you just say?
I think that's how it goes.
Nah, that is their favorite song.
There you go.
Yeah. They love that.
That's by Zach Bryan, man.
Yo, Portnoy wrote a diss song about this guy.
Bro, with Josh Richards.
It's called Country Diddy.
And they go hard.
Crazy, my man.
So saying my man got STDs and shit.
That's foul.
They going in.
No,
And the
that's
cover is a
foul.
Lego because everybody said his head is like a Lego block.
Yeah, but if you saying he got STDs, then you kind of saying you're.
That's the other thing that's a little wild.
Isn't he?
You almost
That's called
admitted that
collateral
chicken.
damage. Okay. You ever bomb a wedding and take out a terrorist now?
That is the
That's
thing.
not how you do it.
You gotta get permission from Chicken Wing to go out and talk about the STD shit because we're all gonna assume
Chicken fried got
the chicken fry got it, right?
Chicken fried got
the
bird
fried chicken
flu.
got burned.
That's crazy, bro. Damn.
Yo, turning down 12 milli is.
Nah, I think there's more to the story. I think she's not saying
You
everything.
let a girl emotionally abuse you for 12 milli, yeah?
Wait, what?
How much not to pay?
She emotionally abuses you for 12, but she got to pay you 12 milli at the end. And you can't say anything.
Hell fucking yeah, I'm already emotionally abused. Fuck, my girl is Spanish. Do you understand?
She's from Spain.
Yeah.
Stop
No,
doing
she's
that.
Spanish.
She's from Spain.
What are you
They're
doing
called
in Spain, bro?
Spanish.
From Spain. In New York, Spanish is Puerto
Nah,
Rican,
fuck
Dominican.
outta here.
He's trying to
Fuck
like, he's
No, I'm
trying to
be
back her
correct.
into that
I'm trying
shit.
to talk correct.
Yeah, he did try to Puerto Rican it up right there.
Nah,
Oh, she's gonna stab me.
You're trying to do your like founder's Tesla. You're not going to do that with your girl, okay? She is from Spain. Cut that shit the fuck out.
Spaniard.
She's a Spaniard.
Nah, my
She's a Spaniard.
My Latina.
Yo. 12 milli for emotional abuse.
Yeah.
Akaash,
Physical
12
abuse.
Yes. I do it for
Physical abuse.
I can take my girls. I'm not worried about being physically abused. But
12 milli.
Yeah, like what could you do that's not worth 12 million? People do boxing fights for 2.
That's
for 100,000.
Hey, man. All right, Akaash, 12 milli.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. It's not even a question. I do it for $100. What are we talking
Hold on. 12 milli, but people are going to think that you got an STD. No, they wouldn't even think you got an STD because you're not allowed to talk about it.
Yeah, then you're just giving it to other people.
Yo, so hold on. So she didn't get 12 milli and she got everybody thinking she's burned.
That's why I think there's more.
Is that
There's
a
more.
fact that she
She's
said she got the
slow-rolling the
STD? He
story.
said Zach Bryan has an STD?
I don't know.
We need to find out if that's true.
But I heard it in a song. It's a Lego guy that said it.
No, did Portnoy say that, though, that he has an STD?
Oh, I mean, yeah, they allude to it in the song.
Okay.
They don't even allude to it.
What does he say?
Well,
Go,
it rhymes.
play that shit.
It rhymes.
Play? Yeah. Why would we just...
But isn't there a video?
Is he gonna get flagged?
Where it's like he's rapping?
Yeah. Play the actual music video.
All right, let me
Oh, but this has a lyric, so he just wants a lyric. Hey, white people, you don't have to make your voice like that when you rap.
It's hard though.
Rapping just rap regular.
It's
just
hard,
You gotta
though.
hit the RFK sometimes when you're rapping. That's important.
No, you don't have to do that.
Dude, that song was awesome. I love everything Dave Portnoy does.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And I hate Henry Blodgett.
Yeah. Fuck Henry Blodgett.
Yeah,
exactly.
Who's
yeah.
Henry Blodgett?
Somebody we should hate.
If you don't know. dude.
Oh, yep. We don't like you.
That was
I don't like
Portnoy's
all
number one
people
for a
named
while.
Henry.
Yeah.
Kissinger, fuck you.
Yeah,
But yeah, he said he got STDs, I'm pretty sure. Somewhere in the song. I can't find it though.
Can we take a second to find? Because that's crazy if he really did that. Like, how you burn your shorty?
This isn't even the song.
It's not?
This isn't.
No.
This is posted by the.
No, he might have dropped 2. I think he dropped 2, believe it or not.
Wow.
I think
He has
did
2 discs.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, this guy is living for this right now.
It was actually a couple witty bars in there. I'll give him that.
Yeah, if Dave Portnoy, I thought it was all witty bars.
Prozac.
I didn't think there was a bad line in there. If Dave Portnoy wants to ruin you, you're ruined. There's nothing.
It's called
you can do.
It's called Smallest Man.
This is he wrote multiple. He went full Kendrick on us. He wrote, he wrote multiple diss tracks before this guy could reply. Back to back. I like that record.
Is that the girlfriend?
That's Josh Roberts.
Come on, bro. Have some respect, man.
He got a lot of feminine features, bro. Like,
You meant it so seriously.
Yo, he's handsome as fuck for his age, bro.
does not look like a girl wearing a mustache.
Nah, he's just pretty. Can he be pretty, bro? Come on.
Damn.
Hey, he's not bad.
He's nice.
Yeah, see, you can rap with a regular voice.
There it is.
Wow.
He's got it. He's got it.
He's actually spitting.
He's got it.
But he really just said his
And you trying to fuck.
God.
And you trying to fuck.
Yeah.
You like that he raps good.
Yeah.
You're attracted to that.
I saw some skinny white girl and was like,
This girl can spit.
Nah, but that's wild, bro. You don't put that on the diss track.
that's craziness.
Do you think
That's a
that
little
they
bit of
know
a
what
step.
everyone else
Why?
is thinking?
Yo,
Because the co-host is now burning.
That's what we're all
you
thinking.
outed her.
Yeah, it happens, bro.
What do you mean it happens,
You gotta take that just to take down this guy. You got it, right? Are you worried about me?
I don't know if you say that shit happens, sir.
I'm saying.
He's of all the people.
Yeah,
that-
what are we talking about?
Right.
But like,
Yeah, move away from yourself.
yeah. But like, you could take down this guy, you could ruin his reputation, and you just gotta say, "Oh, I got chlamydia one time."
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
Like, you're assuming
There's
it's
other
AIDS.
ways to do it.
No, I was assuming it was herpes.
Yeah, but that's forever. That's a forever
Yeah.
thing.
What were y'all assuming?
I thought it was like assuming chlamydia.
That's
A chlamydia or gonorrhea is like
light work. That's a flu.
There you go.
It's the sniffles.
Yeah, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah,
And you're not gonna move away? You moved away from me for making one comment. They said they have chlamydia.
I mean, if you had to choose one, it would be chlamydia or gonorrhea.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Fielder's choice, you're taking chlamydia or gonorrhea every time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they should have said that, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
we
But what
immediately
rhymes with
jumped to
chlamydia?
her.
What rhymes with chlamydia?
No, but that's
Get rid of
herpes.
it?
If you're going around giving it
that's
to
good. Get
other
rid
There
of
you
it.
go. That was
Yeah.
light work. That took nothing.
Yo, you know what I saw on the Flagrant memes account real quick that was absolutely terrifying to me is that
Oh, yeah.
Instagram is going to start notifying people when you go like that on the pic.
That's no.
To see feet.
No, that's not specifically
That's why
to
I'm
see
doing
feet.
it.
Yeah, obviously. But this motion, I thought you could do in like the privacy of your Instagram feed.
Yeah.
But now people are going to know, and they don't really know what you're zooming into.
We should verify this. I'm gonna
There's
zoom
no
in on a
way.
pic of yours.
Yeah.
You check your notifications.
No, it doesn't happen yet, but they're thinking of rolling it out. But anyway, go
There's
on.
no way, bro.
I'm safe. Because all the girls I look at have augmented asses and butts. I never have to make it bigger.
This is government overreach, bro. This is the government overreach. Big tech is just not letting anyone have any more secrets.
All right, to wrap up chickens, we basically have to listen. Here's the reality: is let this
Stop interviewing rappers in London and shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
stop that shit.
Yeah,
Stop that.
First.
There are a few people that you do not want to frustrate, irritate, or annoy. We've already went through the list. Candace Owens, 50 Cent, CoffeeZilla, Dave Portnoy, Donald Trump. Who?
If you would have just said "and Dave Portnoy," it would have rhymed. You would have rapped along with him.
How'd I do? What do you mean?
There are certain people you don't want to annoy, and then you had Dave Portnoy as your next line. I was excited for you.
I just wish you didn't interrupt with that.
Sorry.
But you heard a rap song. You heard a rap song. He was so in the moment. You know what I mean?
I didn't
You heard a rap song. He was so in the moment. With that.
I didn't know you
You
take that
were
so
on a Dr.
seriously.
Seuss flow. I was
That made
excited.
me feel bad.
All right, you want me to try again, Mike? There are certain people you don't want to annoy.
Yeah, sometimes I forget. Just produce, don't talk.
No, I'm
good.
doing
It's about to pay off.
There
It's
are
about to pay
certain
off big.
people you don't want to annoy. 50 Cent, Kamala Harris, Dave Portnoy.
Oh! Shit.
You got the list wrong, though.
Wait, what was I missing? Candace Owens. Candace Owens.
Wow.
Candace Owens.
Wow.
Candace Owens.
Leave that
Candace
in.
Owens. Sorry, Candace.
How dare you? How dare you?
Sorry.
Call Candace.
Come for us.
And
please.
Coffeezilla. We
And
all want to smoke
Coffeezilla.
Oh, that is funny.
Come on, bro.
That is funny. Damn.
Nintendo Rumble Raya. Got your pants on fire. So that's a little bit of a hook right there.
You got it.
That's a little bit of a hook right there. Okay. What? What?
What about them is similar at all?
Candace just lost that election, man. She got
Candace.
damn.
No, Candace would have won.
Alex,
Candace could have won.
Alex,
Be honest.
Alex, stop it right now.
According to Andrew, she just ran.
Stop it. Candace, Al is avoiding taxes. Go get him. Candace,
no.
Al is avoiding taxes.
No, I'm paying taxes.
Al's avoiding.
I'm
Please.
paying
Go get him, please. Okay. Listen, I think we got some fights we got to talk about.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, Jake Paul's fighting Kamala
Candace
Harris.
Oh my god, that's so funny. That's so funny. Oh my god. Oh, dude, that's so funny.
Be a big
Paul
fight.
versus Kamala Harris is going to be a banger, bro.
That's so funny. No, Kamala's fighting on Saturday in the UFC main event.
Dude, it is going to be... Okay, so Jake Paul versus Kamala live on Netflix,
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Is Kamala going to go over 2 in November? What's the deal?
Yeah, dude.
What do you guys think?
You still think Tyson got this?
Yes.
I do not.
I think Tyson's gonna demolish. Tyson looks good in the fucking the clips they put out.
Who'd you think was going to win the election?
I
He actually thought Trump.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. You did say that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm actually curious. I mean,
Tyson is going to murder.
He's 58.
He's
dog.
60 years old. I'm doing things at 40 is almost impossible. I don't know how he's going to do it at 60. But there is a different situation where, like, this is Jake coming up in weight to fight somebody that's heavier than him. Before this, Jake has always been the heavier opponent. He's always been the bigger opponent. He's been usually the boxer going up against someone who's not a boxer. Now he's going up against someone who is fighting at their natural weight and has boxed for their entire life. But at the same time, Jake is a hard punching guy.
Yeah, I'm not worried about Tyson throwing punches at 58. I'm worried about, first of all, endurance, but second of all, taking punches at 58.
Yeah.
It's a whole different thing.
Tyson is a different animal, guys.
Muhammad
We
Ali was a
always-
different animal.
we always
He came back and got his ass beat.
Yeah. But we
Ass
always
whooped by Larry Holmes, I think.
But Larry Holmes was also the best heavyweight in the world at the time. He had been a sparring partner for, years. He didn't get his ass beat by a bum.
No, I agree. But that was also Muhammad Ali at what, 40?
Was he that old?
I don't
when
know.
he did it?
But he wasn't 58.
Yeah.
I'm just saying whatever age he wasn't 58.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like, Mike's going to have to get in and he's going to have to land those shots close. And we're going to see what happens. I mean,
Mike is going to fuck him up.
Really?
I hope you're right, man. I am rooting for Mike. I'm a Mike fan. I normally like Jake, but obviously I'm rooting for Tyson. Yeah. But I'm fearful, man. He's 58. I'm very worried about this.
Son, all them new muscles on Jake is different. This is grown man strength. He's had this strength forever. And he's back. His endurance is back. This motherfucker looks... That's a 60-year-old man that looks like he's 40.
I mean, with all due respect to Mike, I feel like we keep discrediting Jake every single time. Yeah. And then he keeps doing it and we keep moving the goalposts.
I gave Jake his props. I think Jake is a good boxer.
He is.
For the amount of time he has been boxing. Yeah. I just think Mike is a different animal.
That's possible. But at the same time,
like Jake
age catches up to all of us. 60 years old is still 60 years old.
Also, I'm curious, has the nature of boxing changed? Like, has the style of boxing? Like, is it possible that if he's in a groove where he's like, look, he fights this way, everyone knows what he does, and he's been doing the same thing 30 years? and Jake, despite being more novice, is doing something newer.
Yeah.
Technically speaking.
This is what I would say.
Jake just has that overhand right.
Jake's got power. He's got this great overhand right. What I think that Mike will try to do is smother him. And I don't think Jake will have power in the smother. Like, he needs a little bit more length and distance to get the shots off. But what Jake is good at is catching somebody moving in. So if Mike just moves straight in, Jake can catch you in short distance with that overhand right.
Mike has that.
But
good
if
head
Mike is
movement.
bobbing and weaving on the way in, that will be more difficult, of course. And I'm sure that he's seen clips of this. He's like, okay, I got to watch that when I'm walking in, but that's what I'm worried about. Mike's also got a great chin. They call him Iron Mike Tyson for a reason. So I don't think that he's going to feel power. And this is no insult to Jake's power, but he's not going to feel power he hasn't felt before. Like, Mike's been in there with much harder hitters than Jake. And Jake is a hard-hitting guy. You cannot take that away from him. But Mike's been in there with the hardest hitting human beings on the planet. Yes. Simple as that. And he stood up against
Jake has never been in the ring with somebody with Mike's power.
That I can't say just based on his spars. I don't know who he's sparring with.
Okay. He hasn't
been in a professional fight with anybody close to his power. That's 100% true. And power's the last thing to go, is what I'll say.
Okay, because that's my
the
question.
last thing. Yeah.
Is a 60, and a dude rooting for him, 60-year-old Mike, does he have that kind of power?
Power is the last thing to go. Mike, if you looked at George Foreman, I think George Foreman won the heavyweight title at 50 years old or something like that.
He has like 45 maybe?
Yeah, we should look that up. But he was known as the hardest hitting puncher alive. You know, I think when he fought Joe Frazier, he lifted him in the air on an uppercut. So he won the heavyweight championship at 45 years old. So, and I think that's the oldest person that's ever been a heavyweight champion. We're talking about 15 more years or 13 more years after that. Mike Tyson.
Better shape than Frazier was.
Foreman, yeah.
Foreman was. Yeah, probably. But Foreman, what he had was the great equalizer, which was power. He could just walk in there, he could take your shots, and then when he landed, you went to sleep.
Yeah.
Mike has always had power, but he's also a volume guy too. He's a guy that's going to like hit you twice in the body and then the hook comes up top, you know? So I think he needs to soften you up and then put you out. Like if you look at Mike's greatest knockouts, it's like the third punch clips you and then you're fucking done. Yeah. Whereas Foreman could just stalk, boom, one shot, sits you down.
That's what I think happens in this fight. I think Mike's going to get in close. Jake's going to feel power for the first time, and he's not going to know what to do with that because he's overpowered everybody he's been in the ring with, and he's not going to know what to do with that.
So there's an argument to be made for that, which is, and this is a fight that Jake won. He fought Anderson Silva. Do you remember when he fought? He was winning that fight against Anderson Silva. But Anderson was smothering him. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And it was hard for Jake to get off. It was hard for Jake to like land shots because Anderson's strategy was kind of get inside. And then Jake caught him and dropped him. And Jake won the fight. He definitely deserved to win. But Anderson was able to control Jake's effectiveness by being on the inside. He just wasn't able to score on the inside. So the question is, if Mike is on the inside, Mike can score on the inside.
Yes.
That is Mike's zone. You know, so I think Anderson was most. I don't even want to know if I would say effective, but like him. Look, getting in, like basically being. He's not throwing any power on it, but he's essentially trying to get close enough where Jake can't load up. You know, like that. All those inside. So Mike would do a much better job of fighting in the phone booth.
And generating power.
Yes, but at the same time, if Silva is 42 or something like that, Mike is 58 years old. Dude, time is, you get old. Here's the hardest thing about being old. It's not just the training. It's that I'm 40 years old. I go play paddle. I'm fucking sore for 2 days. So the recovery period in order to train effectively at 60 is really tough.
Are they testing for this?
I can't.
I hope not.
I can't fathom.
Better not, because neither one will.
I can't fathom.
Let's be real. Neither one.
Yeah, because that would fix your recovery thing. Even if you're not necessarily doing it for size, but just doing specific enhancements.
Yeah, or just inflammation.
Yeah.
It's just...
What did your friend call it? Like the advanced training system or something?
The initiate a vitamin protocol.
Yeah, the vitamin protocol. Yeah.
He was...
Did you ever do the stem cells for your back?
No.
No?
I might want to do something for like shoulder, but I don't know if it would work.
Just wait.
The stem
RFK
cells,
gonna
you
get
should
all
just
that
try
shit.
that shit.
Yeah. Well, I think stem cells work for a specific thing, right? I think it's like if there's damage to an area, it can rebuild certain things. But like stem cells, for example, I don't think they won't just fix your Achilles if it's torn.
No, but I mean, isn't yours just like...
Yeah, so it might be a good candidate for it.
Yeah.
I just need to look and see if it is. Essentially, I don't know enough to know what it fixes. If it's just simply like recovery from wear and tear, maybe it does it, and that'd be great.
Oh, hell yeah.
We go to war with the cartel. You can't go to Tijuana and get that shit.
I go to Colombia.
Nah, they siding with cartels.
They can't wait for Mexico's shit to be done. Then they're back on top.
What happened to El Salvador? They threw everyone in prison,
and it works.
It's lit.
It's lit. It turns out if you punish criminals, it makes life better. There's another thing, Democrats. Another thing you should take note of.
Break that down.
So this El Salvadorian president, this Bukele or whatever like that, basically anybody who's gang related or in a gang just overnight started sending them to jail. And El Salvador, I think, went from the most dangerous country in the world to the safest and
so
Central
even if
America.
you didn't commit a crime just by being in the gang?
Basically on some RICO shit.
Oh, wow.
Now, I don't know if they're...
83,000 people.
Yeah, they put 83,000. This is a small country.
As of November 5th, 2024.
And they have these massive containment centers, but they just started locking them up. And literally overnight, the country changed. And now it's the safest country. Say again?
There's no one left on the street to commit a crime.
There it is. So, but they also decided to like make Bitcoin legal currency, and now Bitcoin's at fucking 85. Like he's done some very like ambitious changes, and it's.
Oh yeah, I saw people posting about that football player that took half his contract.
Now he's looking good.
I forgot his name. Do you know the football player
from the San Francisco 49ers, right?
Bro, you saw the House Hunters episode go viral?
Oh yeah, where he wanted to pay with 50,000 Bitcoin or something like that.
And it would have been worth like 3.2 billion today or some shit.
Yeah, but that's the tricky thing with that is always like you would have sold.
Oh yeah,
like that's how I sleep at night. You know, the people who are like, I had 10,000 Bitcoin at one point in time, but I sold it for $10,000. It's like, yeah, you would have sold it when it was worth 100,000 or $1 million. Like you are up so much.
Yeah.
It's the people that just hold on to their Bitcoin for 20 years, however long it's been around, forgot about it, or something. Like it's just an impossible outcome.
Yeah.
There's a certain point where greed takes over, and you're like, let me not let this go back down. I could buy a house.
Yeah.
You just
But yeah, it seems crazy. You just throw all these people in prison, and it's fine.
Yep.
No, it's not fine. It's way better. It's so much better. It's like the best place to live, and everybody's life has changed. And
then you slowly let people out.
I don't know if I thought that's the other thing. I don't know if like you go to jail for life. You might go to jail for life. I don't know.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's great. If it's life,
crazy.
I think that's fire.
Just for being like a guy, like your cousin was in a cartel.
It'd be like that sometimes. It'd be like that sometimes. I bet you stop associating with your cousin once you figure that shit out. I bet you stop going, stop calling me.
Do they backdate that shit? What if you used to be affiliated and now you're not?
Run it up. Nah. I don't know what the deal is. Obviously, it infringes on certain freedoms that exist in America that do not exist in El Salvador.
No, they exist there. He's running under an emergency. Like he's running under almost like martial law. For the last,
so they've removed habeas corpus is what we would call it in America?
Yeah, I'm sure they don't have the exact same ones here, but he is running under sort of like an emergency administration.
Right. But he is by far the most popular political candidate in the world right now.
There's a great article in Times that's about him, and he calls himself the world's coolest dictator. And a philosopher king. Those are his little titles.
That is the problem, bro. I think the best government is like a really good monarch.
Yeah, benevolent dictator.
Yeah, you just can't.
You can't just trust benevolence.
But whenever he's gone, who's next? That guy's gonna be a fucking idiot, probably.
Yeah, no.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's why you have to let the people decide. Is because you're only gonna get lucky once in like fucking 400 years that you'll get a smart enough guy that's not too much of a narcissist that's gonna destroy your country. Like it's just it's a pure luck thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you gotta like.
America's about 400 years old. Now we got Trump, so that's perfect. There you go. Worked out right there.
Teed up.
Yeah.
Oh, Jon Jones fighting this weekend. Who you got? I'm gonna be in England.
Oh, really? You got shows?
No, I'm giving a speech at Oxford.
Nice.
Yeah. What the fuck are they doing?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
The Oxford Union.
Are your parents finally proud?
Dude, my
Finally,
mom was giddy. She couldn't, but then she started laughing.
No
She was
offense, but why?
I don't know.
This is
None taken. I have no idea.
that's fire.
I don't say these kids.
They're very curious about like cancel culture, freedom of speech, and these types of things. I imagine that's what you're going
Maybe.
to talk
They've given
about.
me no parameters, but yeah, I saw some of their speeches of people just yelling at them about being woke or whatever, which seems a little annoying.
Yeah.
Just don't go up and do a set, man.
God. They asked if I wanted to do stand-up. I was like, out of your fucking mind.
just don't
I
go.
don't like doing stand-up for college kids when they know it's stand-up. I mean, no.
But that's good. Have a discussion with them. Be able to support and back things up. And
Yo, that's awesome.
yeah, it's very
That's
cool.
really fucking
Thank you.
awesome.
What are you gonna wear?
Wow.
I don't know, hoodie.
Oh my god.
Please.
Wear full Harry Potter.
Like a free-
Go full Harry Potter, bro. Robe,
Like
tie.
somebody sent to me for free, probably. You know what I mean?
Now you go
Fit
full
well.
suited up?
Nah, I don't do that shit.
No.
You got to go
I mean, you gotta do
turtleneck.
something.
Turtleneck with the
No,
suit.
dog.
You represent us, bro. You gotta look good.
No, I don't represent y'all.
A little
do,
bit.
bro.
A
You're
little
like the
bit.
fourth people I represent.
So you know how many people are gonna send us that video if you bomb? Like, you go up there, bomb. We're gonna get the same way how you knew I was in that Cybertruck. I'm gonna know you bombed immediately after that.
You get text messages.
Yes, so
But
at
it's-
least look good.
Yeah.
It's but it's this. Would it function like a TED talk where they'll
Seems
put
like
it
that.
out there online
Yeah.
afterwards?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. And there's
Okay.
no real parameters. They were like, just keep in mind that these do go out. So
You can use your favorite word though.
bitch.
Nope, the other one. They use it over there, and it's fine.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Isn't
yeah,
that sick?
yeah.
So you let
yeah.
it fly.
That is my favorite word. Let's be honest. It's the best word. It's the best word.
Is that a wet dream?
I understand how white people felt when the N-word got taken from them.
Yeah.
Like emotionally, I get it.
You're at a spelling bee, final word. It comes across. You're like, oh my God, I know this one. Language of origin. Got it.
Okay, wait. How did we get to this? You're going to
Jon Jones fight.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think Jon Jones gets it done, and I think Stipe might have like moments where he makes it interesting. I think John's gonna have to respect Stipe's striking.
Yeah.
And I mean, Stipe went in there with Daniel Cormier, and Daniel Cormier is a amazing, legendary wrestler. And Stipe was able to find a way to keep it on the feet, and eventually get a victory over Daniel. So, I think that John's gonna have to respect Stipe. I don't think it's gonna be as easy as that Cyril Gane fight where John just like walks straight through him.
Yeah.
But I think it's hard for you to bet against Jon Jones. I mean, it's fucking Jon Jones.
You hear him say that if he wins this, he wants to fight not Aspinall next. He wants to fight Pereira.
Alex Pereira.
Yeah.
That'd be so awesome. That'd be so awesome.
You think he's ducking Aspinall, or you think that's actually the more fun fight?
Jon Jones doesn't duck it. I respect what Aspinall is doing in terms of he's trying to build the fight, so he's just saying anything he could say to get people interested. But like, Jon Jones is not afraid of anybody. There's nobody on the planet Jon Jones is afraid of. So the idea that like all of a sudden he's afraid of Aspinall is just absurd. Now Aspinall's got to say something to get excitement for the fight, but we're talking about Jon Jones here. It's like saying like Tom Brady's afraid of a defense. It's like there's no defense Tom Brady's afraid of. Tom Brady's the best quarterback that's ever lived.
Yeah.
He can't wait. He's salad. He's chomping at the bit to go attack your fucking defense. So, and the proof is that he's got 7 championships. The proof is that Jon Jones has been fighting fucking title fights for the last 17 years or whatever it is. Like, he's just an absurdly talented human being. So, yeah, he's not afraid. But,
what a crazy thing to say. I could beat up any human being on earth.
Yeah, that's it.
What a crazy fucking thought to walk
literally
around with.
Say it every day.
I mean, crazy. The fight, the really interesting fight is Pereira for sure. And then,
why is that fight interesting? I'm actually curious. Because to me, it's like, well, Jon Jones is so much bigger now that Pereira's power is not going to matter.
I think they're about the same size. And also, Pereira's power matters no matter what weight he's in. He just knocks people the fuck out. So it's like, I just think that Pereira's this like incredibly dominant force you're seeing in the UFC. Is by far like the biggest draw right now in the UFC.
Yeah.
And
you think he's good enough to take on like a heavyweight and the power not?
And the
Pereira?
power still be
Pereira,
effective.
yeah.
Pereira, yeah.
Oh wow!
You also have to understand, like, when the gloves are 4 ounces and you can punch, like,
You're still gonna feel it no matter what weight.
yeah,
you
you're
are.
going down. Like, after a certain weight, you're going down.
Gotcha.
Like, maybe if a guy 125, 135 hits you, 145 hits you, maybe you're not going down if you're a big dude. But a guy who walks around at 200 plus pounds like Pereira, probably 225, he walks around. He loses weight to get down when he was fighting at middleweight at 185 or when he's fighting at 205 or whatever it is. He has to like drain. On fight night, he's 225.
Oh, okay.
So like,
So he is heavy. Yeah, basically. Yeah.
He got-
6'4".
he's 6'4", which is, and he's taller than that. You know what I mean? Like these guys, I actually think that Jon Jones will be the smaller man that night in the ring.
Wow.
Because Jon has put on all this weight. Alex's body hasn't changed at all. He's, you know what I mean? Like if you look at his frame, he's just depleting with water. Now he's just added more muscle, which is muscle that really wants to be.
We haven't seen anybody be able to wrestle Pereira. Like
That's the thing.
always
So
using their feet.
Jon is going, but Jon also, when I spoke to him at the Sphere, we were sitting next to each other at the Sphere pretty much. It was his brothers were there as well. And one of the things that he said that he likes to do is he likes to specifically go at a person with their strength. So like if you are known for striking, he wants to outstrike you because of the mind game that puts you in. It's like if I beat you at the thing you thought you were better than me, you've checked out of this fight. It's over for you now. You're in deep water. You know you can't do the other things better than me.
Fucking confidence that takes.
Oh, and yeah, it's also just strategy.
Yeah, strategy, but again, you got to be effective enough
100%.
to pull it off.
Yeah.
Let's go against the best striker and outstrike him, and then just break him. It's that fucking Drago shit in Rocky 4. I'll break him.
Break it.
Yeah.
So
that's
it's
crazy.
You know, I think it'd be just an unbelievable, like that is the biggest spectacle in fighting. You know, another big fight I think would be awesome would be like Dricus du Plessis, the guy who would be Izzy versus Hamzat Chimaev. So this guy Hamzat Chimaev just beat Robert Whittaker. And
yeah, that'd be good.
now, the fight, if we're going by like who deserves to be next, Sean Strickland deserves a rematch based on what's on paper. But this isn't the Olympics. Like this isn't like the amateurs. It's like who the next person gets a fight is the person who makes it the most exciting version of it. We've seen the Sean Strickland Dricus fight. It was all right. It's cool. Like excitement wise, it's not like you got to respect the guys going in there, but I don't think anybody with eyeballs that watches fighting looked at that fight and goes, whoa, this is as exciting as watching Alexx Pereira knock somebody the fuck out. There's no, it's like, okay, they're point fighting and they showed a lot of heart and it was all, but it's different when you go see somebody, you know, take someone's head off. And, or when you see a guy like Hamzat literally 10 seconds shoot on, what's his face? And, choke him to the point where like his lower teeth pushed in and he had to tap out of pain.
Right.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So seeing those two guys go at it, I think is the more exciting thing. And this is the game of prize fighting. So if the prize looks bigger, that's what, welcome to America. Welcome to capitalism. Like if you don't support that, you just don't support capitalism, plain and simple. So, and you just don't understand how business works. So if you're a businessman, if you're a capitalist, if you understand the American way, you probably want to see Dricus fight Hamzat.
Yeah.
You know, if you want what is fair and what his earns, you see Dricus fight Strickland. If you're more of a communist. Or a socialist. If you're more of a socialist and you believe in like equal outcomes and like what is, you know, what is fair and whatever, that's fine. But if you're a capitalist and you're an American, like you would obviously.
I kind of fine with both, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
No, I want the better fight.
Commie, bro.
Yeah, you're a communist.
Right?
That's it,
Is that what I am?
Care about all things equal.
You believe,
But it would be nice that you're
look like
rewarded for your
Castro.
work.
You're a socialist Democrat. That's for sure. Yeah. You
I'm
want
Bernie, bro.
Yeah, you're a Bernie bro.
Yeah.
No.
Not feminist and racist.
Yeah, you're a feminist, dude. That's what you're. You want DEI. You want diversity, equity, inclusion. Yeah.
In the UFC, I think it'd be nice.
Yeah.
I think
You want the less exciting fight that's going to make less money for the company and go against capitalist values just because that person worked really hard and put himself on the line and risk it, and he deserves it.
That's the opposite of DEI. You want DEI.
No.
I want everyone that works hard to get their fair fight.
I'm kind of on board.
Yeah, that's what
everyone
that's
you get rewarded for your work. He tries his best. He got the fight he deserves.
I want the most. I want the best product for the fans.
You did that.
I want the best product for the consumer.
You got
I'm what you call a capitalist. I want the best product for the consumer, and the consumer always
He's a
wins.
man of the people.
Yeah, I'm a man of the people in that regard. But I hear what the people should sacrifice so you get what you want.
You want WWE. You want WWE.
That's what
you want like a fake, like
the most entertaining product.
You want a theater.
Just the most entertaining product.
I totally understand what you're saying. We should sacrifice what the public wants. We should just so you can have your little fantasy. That makes perfect sense.
Keep going.
He wants theater, bro.
Castro felt the same way, and I think that it's a really good. I think he probably had some good ideas. 100%.
Winner dies last, bro. Castro's still alive. Still kicking. You know what I'm saying?
Castro's dead.
Nah, he died. It's all right.
Trudeau, right? He's Trudeau.
Now, I also say this as a Floyd Mayweather fan that watched very unentertaining fights for some people for decades.
Yeah.
Because they didn't appreciate, they wanted a fucking knockout, which they should. I'm a super fan of boxing, so I liked watching this guy who was just the best at what he did.
This is how you learn the lesson. That you don't want to see the fair fight.
Oh, now it seems like you're on my side. No, it is an unfortunate thing because I imagine if you're like an MMA fighter, you're up and coming MMA fighter, you're like, okay, I could play this safer and be undefeated, but I might never get that title shot.
Yeah.
The guys who are getting knocked out might get the title shot before me because people are going to pay to see them. And at the end of the day, it's like, that's the tricky thing about being the UFC. It's like you want to go, hey, this is a fair system where if somebody earns a title shot, they get it.
Yeah.
But you also want to communicate to the fighters, the way you earn it
Excite the fans.
is by exciting the fuck out of the fans.
Yeah.
You don't earn it by playing it safe and then
And to your point, Floyd had to put on this bad guy persona so he could sell tickets because you want to see him lose. Because his fight style is kind of boring to watch if you're a casual. Not kind of. If you're a casual, it's very boring.
Yeah.
So how do I get them to be interested? Because I still need to sell tickets. I got to play the bad guy. UFC doesn't seem like those guys are as inclined to do that. So make the fight exciting. And I think, again, as a casual, Khabib, when he wrestled, I was like, this is exciting. It was just so relentless.
Well, there are some people that are so relentless that you're like, I got to watch this.
The fight of the night shit helps that. Like, you see a Max Holloway be like, yo, I'll watch that guy fight it.
Anytime.
Like, I don't care what happens.
Anytime. So... yeah, I think that's just the nature of the game. We got to respect it if we love America.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, also, if you love America and you want to bet on the U.S.'s largest social
casino.
Social casino.
And get a gift basket.
What
is in this
place
gift
your
basket?
bets at stake, dude. That's for you to find out.
What's in it, bro?
Steak, dog.
What's in the gift basket?
No, Steak's going to do a gift basket too.
We need Steak to do a gift basket.
We need them to. We're
The thing that's amazing about the Flagrant podcast is anytime we got a sponsor or supporter, they got to come through with a gift basket.
Yeah, this is a new mandate.
This is a new mandate. So we haven't figured out what the
America.
gift basket is, but in Trump's America, all sponsors of Flagrant podcast got to come through with a gift basket. But Steak has got your back, man. So if you're betting on anything, you go with Steak and make sure you use the code FLAGRANT when you do that shit. Okay? Little charcuterie. Mark's looking up some nice little gift baskets. We don't know if it's going to have fruits and vegetables.
We get one.
Premium grade fruit and gourmet chocolate.
Derek Jeter's girls got a gift basket. Beautiful thing. It was a blessing.
God bless.
He was so classy, man.
Classy.
He really was.
Pure
Shout out
class.
Derek
Gift
Jeter.
baskets are class.
We need Derek on a pod.
Yo, need that.
Anyway, listen, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We'll see you next week. Peace.